Good morning, Kitten Brigade. Insane Kitten here. Alright, we are going back into some more Chaos Child. I'm like trying to finish this visual novel, so I'm putting some time in. Loading game. Actually, let me swap it first before I load it. And hello, loyal potato. How are you? Also, wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be in school? Just saying. But it's cool of you to stop by. Is it showing? Okay, I don't know why it does this to me, but it pushes over. Okay. Let's see if it pushes. Oh, God, I hate that opening. Continue. We got to some really exciting part in the game.
帰りたいと泣いても、もう遅いからな。そこが目的の部屋だ。
Dun dun dun, the room. Kunosato moved away from the wall and stared straight in front of us.
目的の部屋?
I followed her gaze to a pair of double doors in the darkness. They were different than the others. They looked like the doors to a normal lab.
来い。遅れるな。
Kunosato headed towards the doors, seeming completely unafraid. Sadaka's legs were shaking too much for her to move, so Ito and I helped her as we followed. What will we find? When we got to the door, Kunosato took out what looked like a keycard from her skirt pocket. This door had a modern electric lock, unlike the others we'd seen so far. She put the keycard up to the reader, and the door swung open silently. She disappeared into the room, and we quickly followed. We all gasped as we entered the room. An entire wall of the room was lined with monitors. They were probably set up to observe something, but every one of them was off, so there's no way to tell what. But it was hard to believe that someone would set up something like this in a normal hospital.
Oi.
Hi.
Kunosato turned towards Ito and gave him an order in a flat, emotionless voice.
見張りくらいはやってもらおう。ドアの外の音に注意してろ。誰か来たら知らせるんだ。
了解。
Kunosato nodded, looked around the room, and then headed straight for her computer. She took a look at the wiring behind it and then flipped the power switch. The machine started to make a low noise.
動くんですか?
見ればわかるだろ
う。でも、勝手に立ち上げたりして大丈夫なんすかね?
どうして?
だって、ネットで繋がってたりしたら、動かしてることバレるんじゃ。
心配ない。こいつがスタンドアローンだということは確認してある。
How do you know? Stand alone. I've never heard that term. A computer that is isolated from any other computers or networks. Before the broad introduction of modems and the internet, almost all home PCs were standalone, but now standalone machines are almost never seen except in special cases. That's pretty cool. No. No. We're not done here. Oh, that explained it. If that was true, at least we wouldn't have to worry about someone seeing it from the outside.
お前たちが思いつくようなことを私が考えないとでも思ったのか。バカにするなよ。
She was as obnoxious as ever. Neither of us know the first thing about you, though, so can you really blame us with something that neither Ito nor I could say? The OS on the computer booted up. I looked at the screen and saw Kunosato was entering some kind of password. The password was accepted and the screen filled with several folders. She opened them up and began carefully checking the contents of each one. Unfortunately, many of the files were written in English and we had no idea what they said. Kunosato, however, was reading through each one and nodding.
これはフォルダ自体にパスがかかってるな。ということはこの先か。
She seemed to be trying to unlock the password at incredible speed.
ああ、なんだよ。
彼女、学校で見たことあるか？
いや、
学校にいたんだよ。うちの制服着て。だから、うちの生徒のはずなんだけど。そうか。お前も見たことないのか？
マジかよ、それ。
Ito seemed more shocked than I expected.
嘘だろ。こんな美人。
This is
俺が
his
チェ
worry.
ックしてなかっ
I love how this music just pops in while he's pondering about this. Not only was she attractive, she seemed incredibly smart, and she had an arrogant attitude that made her nothing like the other students. If she'd been coming to school, she would have stood out in both a good and bad way. But Ito didn't know her?
何を調べてるんですか？
Sedaka asked the question that both Ito and I had been too afraid to ask. I was sure she'd be told to shut up, but
この施設で何が行われていたか。
secret stuffs. She answered Sedaka's question much more easily than I expected, and maybe I could ask something too.
この施設って病院とは何か関係が？
黙ってろと言っただろうが。
She told him to shut up. Damn it. Why was I getting treated so differently? Was it because Sedaka was a girl? Was she one of those, those types? Don't tell me she normally dressed and acted like a boy. That would explain why Ito didn't know her. Kurosato ignored me and typed in a series of commands, then opened what looked like a top secret file. And then?
Jared.
She smiled for the first time that I'd ever seen and clicked on the file. And then something appeared on the screen. Was it some kind of drawing? Oh, it's a Rorschach picture. There's a strange picture drawn in ink and paint.
何これ？
いや違う。あれは。
I'd seen it somewhere before. That was...
そうか。ロールシャッハテストだ。
I remember reading about them in an issue of Cool Cat Press.
ほう。抜けた顔をしているが、最低限の知識はあるようだな。
I wasn't sure if that was a compliment or an insult.
ロールシャッハテスト？
あれだ。確か性格診断かなんかの。
そう。インクのシミでできた全く意味のない図形が何に見えるかで、その人の性格や思考が分析できるんだ。
正確に言えば、インクのシミを落とした紙を真ん中で折り曲げ、それで生じた左右対称の図形を使う。
Just like Kunosato said, all the pictures on the screen were almost perfectly symmetrical.
ただし、ロールシャッハテスト自体、果たして精神分析法として有効かどうか、疑問視もされているんだがな。
I would agree. Kunosato was studying the screen
って
intently.
ことは、ここはその上にある精神科と同じような施設だったということですか？
If that was the case, I could imagine what these monitors were there for. They were to look at each of the patient's rooms. That would mean that this was a medical facility that treated illnesses. At least that's what I wanted it to mean, because the thing that Sedaka and I had seen as a child, the strange atmosphere that we'd sensed, and that voice which I could still hear in my ears. Still don't know who this girl is. We abandoned her and ran away from this place. Abandoned. So if that wasn't what some kind of torture chamber and this place was actually curing her, Sedaka and I would be free of the guilt that had been with us for so long. My hopes
違う。ここはそんな生優しい場所じゃない。
were quickly dashed by Kunosato's answer. She opened another folder. It was filled with reports written in Japanese this time.
センスへの断続的刺激による臨床実験。ロブスに与える電気信号とフェノメノン。思った通り、ここでは脳科学方面からのアプローチによる臨床実験が行われていたようだな。
脳科学？臨床実験って？
うるさい。余計な口を挟むな。
でも 僕のよく知ってる子がここにいたかもしれないんです。
何？
I lied. I didn't know who she was. But if I didn't lie, it didn't feel like she was going to tell me anything. Just as I expected. When she turned around, I saw the first faint glimmerings of interest in me on Kunosato's face. I gave her a brief description of what I'd witnessed here so long ago. Kunosato bit her lip. Her expression was different than before, but then she forced herself to look back at the computer.
はあ、それは間違いなく人体実験だ。
人体実験。
No, then that meant... Then that meant she was... That horrible vision started to eat away at me again.
簡単に言えば人間の脳をいじる実験だよ。
脳をいじるって、そんな。
だから言っただろ。ここはそんな生優しい場所じゃないと。
Kunosato was trying to keep her face as expressionless as possible. And then, the second she opened up another file, she gasped a little. I could see the words on the screen as well.
ちょっと待て。なんだよあれ。
She was completely focused on reading the report, but she didn't notice that I was looking over her shoulder as well.
超感覚的知覚に関する臨床実験。特殊な事象異変を発現させるための具体的傾向。
What were event fluctuations? Kunosato clicked the mouse to move to the next page. I read along with her.
視覚刺激による発症。的中率 9.25%。中脳辺縁系ニューロンのドーパミン分泌の誘発による発現。
Oh, I realized I didn't have my phone charged. There we go.
視床下部損傷と切除。発症見られず。思考のトレース。リモートビューイング。妄想の増幅による事象への影響。
Over half the report was filled with specialized language that I didn't really understand, but by desperately connecting the words I did know, I managed to make some sense out of the report. And?
まさか、そんなことが。
I was stunned. Was that really possible? The girl who'd cried to us for help was being experimented on here. And the point of those experiments was...
人間の脳をいじって、超常的な特殊能力を発症させる実験？
That explained why Shinjo and Kurosato was talking about psychics. And that was the commonality that I suspected was lurking behind the murders.
おい、
Kurosato caught me looking and threatened me in a low voice, but I didn't have time to worry about that.
これ本当なんですか？こんな SF みたいなことが本当に。
She looked unhappy but gave in.
実験自体は随分と前から行われていたようだ。というよりも、この病院自体がその実験のカモフラージュのために建てられたと考えてもいい。
この病院が？
ああ。
それで、今は？
はあ？
今は行われてるんですか？その実験。
If that was true, was she still here?
いや、ある出来事をきっかけに中止されたらしい。
Cancelled something. Well,
中止されたのはちょうど6年前。
What's up, flavored fish?
11月6日。
So this is the visual novel I was playing yesterday, so we're continuing it today.
それって。
It is as you know, visual novel kind of points out.
Shibuya Jishin no Hi.
It's like a novel that you look at with pictures and
地
sounds.
震のせいで研究どころじゃなくなったのか。
いや違うな。
You would very
この病院
loosely
は
call
震
this
源域
a
の外
game.
だ。被害は全く受けていない。
Visual novels sometimes might feature some choices, so it's actually a lot more like a choose your own adventure book. in some cases.
じゃあどうして？
だからそれを探って。
Kunosato stopped short and clicked her tongue. She must have decided she told us too much.
いいからおとなしくしていろ。
Sup, Vex? How are you? Good morning. She pushed me away from the screen, lightly. It looked like she didn't want me to read anymore.
これは
Kunosato's hand froze on the mouse. She was staring intently at the screen. Then she started to talk to herself.
11番目のロールシャッハが脳に与える影響。
11th?
11番目
She just knocked me away so that I couldn't see the screen, but I couldn't help but lean forward. Her voice was just that strange.
どうしたんですか？
ロールシャッハテストには10種類の絵しか存在しない。11番目なんて聞いたことも。だから黙ってろお前。
Kunosato turned around and glared at me. When she did, I caught a glimpse of the monitor. I didn't count them. The screen was filled with thumbnails of the different Rorschach tests. Okay. Didn't realize it was sub too. Yeah, there is no English dubbing on this. So, but then again, I prefer subs anyways when it comes to these sorts of games. And Kunosato was just about to click on this mysterious 11th Rorschach. Kunosato clicked to open the file, and when she did... What the hell is this? Why are they so freaked out? What appeared on the screen was... Oh, the sumo wrestler. Really? I don't really see it. Maybe? What was going on? I felt sick. I couldn't stand. I collapsed to the floor. It felt like something was crawling out from the bottom of my intestines. That something was bugs. Tiny, slimy bugs with lots of little feet were crawling up from my stomach into my throat, scattering disgusting fluids behind them as they moved. Oh my god, just seeing this image just like does this to them. The disgusting crawling sensation passed through my throat and out into my mouth. What the hell were these things? Stop it! Help me! I feel sick, help me! Get out of my body! I don't see sumo either. Yeah, I don't, well, because the recurring theme in this game is there are these sumo stickers, but it didn't even look like those stickers that appear in the game. So yeah, I saw a frog. I prefer subbed anime yourself. That's cool. That's cool. I know that some people like they just don't like the distraction of reading, so they prefer dubs. But I read really fast, so I don't mind subs. Oh my god, the noises. Why is she talking to me like that? I am dying here. Can't you see? What's going on? Huh? Did I fall asleep? No, that wasn't it. I'd looked at the screen and gotten sick, and then passed out? Where was I? My head felt awfully cold. What is wrong with Setaka? I could hear Setaka's voice, but I couldn't see her. Where was I? It almost sounds like she's in a delusion herself. Dubs destroys the intended emotions, I think. I totally agree with this, but there are other people who will argue with you on that point, especially with newer dubs nowadays, that they've gotten better and better at it, so... I mean, I don't doubt that they haven't gotten better at it and are better at expressing the emotions and stuff that intended in the scenes, but I still prefer the original dubbing. Ito was here? Matching? What was she talking about? When I looked at the side and saw it, my head cleared instantly. Whoa. Sadako was next to me, lying in the same kind of seat I'd seen the girl in the visions sitting in. What was strange was her head. There was something on top of it, slimy and pink. I would assume her brains. No, that wasn't it. That was... Scale. Pan up? That was her brain. The top of Sadako's skull was completely gone, with several electrodes sticking out of what remained. I suddenly heard a high-pitched voice from the other side. Oh, there's Ito. It took some time before I realized that the voice belonged to Ito. That's how insane it sounded. Well, they're wrong. No, some dubs are okay, I suppose. Yeah. I give them credit for their attempts. Wow, what is going on with these guys? I couldn't tell if Ito was screaming in pain or pleasure. His brain was exposed and part of it seemed to be missing. Maybe? For you. I tried to move, but I couldn't budge. Wow, this scene is intense. I heard a cold voice from above my head. The voice was...
今すぐお前もあいつのようにしてやる。だから
Something
じっとしてい
cold
るがいい。
touched my head. At least that's how it felt. This is the bad ending? Did we get the bad ending? It felt good. 50 Shades of Sumo. Like my brain was going to melt, and soon I wasn't sure where I ended, and the rest of the world began. What? Okay, that was a delusion. Damn. Huh? Where was I? I was back in the basement?
トク、大丈夫？
That was quite the trip we took.
あ、大丈夫だ。
起きられるか？ほら。
Ito slowly helped me to my feet.
悪い。僕、どうしたんだ？
うん、画面にね、例の怖いシールがいきなりアップになったからびっくりしたんだよ。それで転んでタクは頭を打っちゃって。
そうか。
I rubbed the back of my head and sure enough there was a big bump. Kunosato was staring at me from in front of the screen. I thought she was going to complain again, but instead she pulled me up to look at the screen.
確かめてもらいたいことができた。来い。
あのシールなら許してください。なんか気分が優れなくて。
いや、あれじゃない。いいから来い。
見るなって言ったり見ろって言ったり。
なんだ。
I like how he complains.
わかりましたよ。
Since it was clear that she wasn't going to take no for an answer, I stood next to her.
お前に確認してほしいのはこのファイルだ。
Kunosato tapped the report on the screen with her nails.
11番目のロールシャン派。さっきの画像に何らかの効果があるとみなされて、初めて実験に使用されたのが2007年とある。
8 years ago, according to this game's timeline. 2007 was 2 years before the Shibuya quake. That was right about the time people started to see the sumo stickers, if I remembered right. And that was the same year we'd snuck in here to find out the truth about the urban legend of Amy. I took the mess and read the next part.
自称変異を起こす素養を持つ存在のみが人の顔を模したように見える11番目の画像に対し通常の人間とは異なる反応を示す。そのことが判明した。
It has effects on psychics.
この症状が最初に観測されたのは被験体番号第79号南沢千里からであり。
Then I stopped scrolling down the screen. There was a picture of a girl there.
どうだ、その子に見覚えがあるか？
タク、この子。
あ、
Remember her? That was the girl. That was the girl we'd seen that day. That was the girl who had seen us and begged for help. Kunosato looked at me.
さっき話していたこの施設にいたかもしれない友達というのは？
Is she still alive?
はい。
I wasn't sure how to answer, but I decided to keep up the lie that she was my friend. The truth was, I had only just now learned that her name was Senri Minami-sama. Actually, I remember that name.
そうか。
I think Nono. That was Nono's friend, because she talked about it a little bit. But Kunosato looked very sad. I didn't know she was even capable of looking that way. She stared at the picture of Senri Minami-sama on the screen.
私はお前のことを嫌いだが、ここで苦しんでいた友達をずっと忘れないでいることには。
I don't know why she doesn't even like us. We barely know this person. Her eyes grew just a little softer. But I felt a cold sweat as I looked at them.
違う。
It wasn't out of the friendship that I'd never been able to forget the girl named Senri Minami-sama. It was because she was in my nightmare. But I couldn't say that. All I could do was try and make it hard to tell that what I was really thinking.
本当は救いたかったのに、それができなかった。でも、それは仕方のないことだ。
そうじゃない。違うんだ。
I'd been too afraid to save her and I had abandoned her.
今、彼女はどうしているんだろう。
Well, they were freaking kids, so... Kunosato didn't realize what I was thinking though. She called up more data on the girl named Senri Minami-sama.
彼女は11番目の画像で特殊な兆候を見せた被験者としてかなり強引な実験を受けていたようだ。
She's alive.
でも
Forceful
死ぬことなく生き延びた。
experiments? The kind that could kill you? When I heard that, I almost threw up. I did my best to keep Kunosato from finding out.
だが渋谷地震の時に運悪く震源域に居合わせて、それ以降は行方不明ということになっているな。
行方不明？
いや、正確にはこの実験施設が地震の直後に機能を終えてしまったため、彼女に関するデータが存在しないというのが正しい。ただ、地震の犠牲になった可能性は高いな。
そうですか。
It was horrible, but I felt a little less like throwing up. At least she hadn't died because of the experiments or because we'd abandoned her. Hearing that made me feel like I'd been forgiven a little bit. A violent sense of self-hatred overcame me again.
ごめん。南沢、千里さん。
She'd been practically tortured here as part of these experiments and then been caught in the earthquake. But then I felt something tugging at the edge of my memories.
南沢さん？
Hadn't I heard that name somewhere before? Oh, there we go. Now he's remembering. But then, where? And from who? From No. Come on.
あれでも
Before I could think about it any further, Ito spoke up hesitantly.
なんだ？
この実験施設機能を終えたっておかしいですよ。その割にあちこちに人がいましたよね。それに小さな女の子も。
そうだよね。
俺たちその女の子を追ってここへ来たんです。ここが廃棄された施設って言うならあの子。
ああ、そのことか。
Kunosato closed the file and Senri Minami-sawa, and her face took on its usual cool, emotionless expression.
ここは今、実験中にトラブルのあった被験者たちの保護施設として使われている。
実験中にトラブルのあった被験者？
実験に失敗して脳に損傷を負ったり、正気を失った患者を程度によって軟禁、もしくは監禁しておくための
You know, if
地下収容所ということだ。
they were gonna go that far in like experimenting on them to that point, like failed experiments, then why wouldn't they just like kill them off. It just seems more expensive to like keep them in the facility when they're all like damaged goods. I don't know. A cold chill ran through my body. Because it just seems like they would be a liability issue if they just kept them around. Like, I don't understand. Why are they keeping them?
まさかそんなことって
ありえね
ひどい。
目的のためならどんなことでもやる連中がいる。お前たちが相手にしているのはそういう連中なんだ。
Kunosato opened another file.
これで見る限り現在でも20名近くの人間がここにいるようだな。
She scrolled down the page and a new picture appeared.
待ってください。その子。
Oh, is this girl? That was the girl we'd been following.
間違いないよ、タク。名前は山添うきちゃん。
Yamazoe Uki.
この子ももともと実験に使われた被験者だったようだな。
The shattering revelation was presented to us as a mere matter of fact, as if it was the most ordinary thing imaginable. Sadaka covered her hand with her mouth and her eyes went wide. Wait. Hand with her mouth? Should have been covered her mouth with her hand. Then she suffered the same fate as Senri Minami-sama? They always go back to this image.
幸い彼女は最後まで正気を失うことなく実験に耐え生き残った。今はこのフロアで収容者たちの世話をする仕事を与えられているらしい。
収容者たちの世話。
I thought she was a criminal who'd stolen my smartphone and threatened me. And what's more, I thought that she was either connected with the killer, or maybe that she was the killer herself. But now, I wasn't sure.
いや、ダメだ。見かけや生い立ちに騙されちゃダメだ。あの状況だと僕のスマホを拾えたのは彼女だけなんだ。それにここでの実験の被験者ということは何らかのその能力者の可能性だってある。解約したはずのスマホから電話してくるなんてゲートはそういう能力でもない限り不可能じゃないか。
As my mind raced, Kunosato was checking out every bit of data on the machine, but
実験の結果ディソードの発現は全被験者の 0.01% に満たず失敗と断定。別の技術を模索すべきと結論。
a dye sword?
やっぱりか。バカな科学者どもが。
Kunosato sounded uncharacteristically ticked off as she closed all the folders and turned off the PC.
ディソード。
D sword. That strange word snapped me out of my reverie. It seemed that what she was looking for. I looked at her, hoping for some kind of answer, but she just glared back at me with terrifying eyes.
そろそろ時間的に限界だ。出るぞ。
え？
これ以上ここにいれば発見される。
でも僕たちの目的がまだ。
お前たちは計画がずさんすぎる。この施設内の構造すら知らないのだろ。
It wasn't really much of a plan. She was right. I snuck in here as a child, but that was all. I didn't remember the details.
そんなことでは探したところで無駄だ。
She was right, damn it, but there must be some way. I looked around the room and saw the rows of monitors. If they were on, they could at least tell us what was going on around the facility. Maybe they could tell us where Uki Yamazoe was?
どうした宮代。
このモニターの電源がないか探してるんだよ。こいつが使えれば、あるいは。
無駄だ。そもそもその監視システム自体動いているのかも。
They just booted up on their own? Suddenly, the room was bathed in pale light. All of the monitors on the wall turned on. All we could do was gasp. What we thought was security cameras were showing. Hundreds of sumo stickers. I almost screamed, I was so surprised.
Taku,
Inside the monitors on the wall was face after sumo sticker face, all looking at me. What was this? What was going on? Oh, trigger effect?
あれ、ここは。
おいおい、勝手に寝るんじゃない。
Kunosato. Huh? I was back in the chair. Was this a dream? Which was the dream? Was I dreaming of being in this chair, or had I been dreaming of being in the monitoring room? My head felt really cold. Oh, that's right. They'd opened my skull.
お前はなかなかいい脳みそをしているな。
That's true. Like, is this the dream, or is the other part the dream? Did I...
ピンク色でシワが多くて、とても美味しそうだ。
それは喜んでいいんですか？
もちろんだ。さて、それじゃあそろそろいただくとするか。
Kunosato grinned with glee and took something metallic out of her pocket. A spoon?
人間の脳はこうして生きたまま食べるのがうまいんだ。
I don't know what's going on. Hello, online again. Oh my god, is that a... Oh, that's so cute. I forgot her name, but she's from that Demon Slayer. That's really cute emote. Huh? Who knew?
では、
It is.
失礼して。
That's adorable. Is she gonna eat my... She's gonna eat my brain while I'm alive. What was with that groan? Oh no, that slurping noise. She was eating it. Kunosato was eating my brain.
ダメだ。止まらない。
What is going on here? He almost sounds like he's like pleased by it. I never thought it would feel so good. Wow. This is some serious case of vor going on here. What the hell? Wait, the hell? Again, I had another weird delusion. I quickly shook my head and slapped my cheeks to snap me out of it.
なんかやだ。
That's a lot of different emotes. Yeah, I forgot her name, but she's cute. Are these all from that from the Dragon Slayer or Demon Slayer anime? Yeah, they look like it. That's really cute. Oh, I clicked off the game. Let's get back in there. Okay.
気色悪い。
I got distracted by cute emotes. Sadaka and Ito looked unhappy. It was because of the sumo stickers displayed on the monitors. I looked at the monitors once more, trying my best to avoid the sumo stickers.
あれはこの病院の中じゃない。
Some of the monitors were showing the inside of the hospital, but some of them were looking somewhere else. Street corners on Shibuya, signs, under bridges, alleyways, overpasses, train station staircases, store walls, and then I realized all of the monitors with sumo stickers.
病院の外の監視カメラだけじゃないか。
Some of them I knew.
あそこは
That was the spot where Kurusu had been attacked. Of course there were sumo stickers there.
なるほどな。探していたということか。
探していた。
さっきのファイルに書いてあっただろう。特殊な事象変異を引き起こす人間は11番目のこの画像に反応を示すと。
Kunosato pointed to the corner of one of the monitors. I quickly looked away before I got a direct look at the sumo sticker. In other words, whoever was using this place put up the 11th Rorschach image all over Shibuya and used these cameras to find people who reacted to it. And then they took them here and did those horrible experiments? Is he gonna hurl? I remembered what I'd seen happen to Senri Minami-sama and I felt like I was gonna throw up again. And then Kunosato made a sharp noise. She put her hand on one of the monitors to brush away the dust and stared at it. It showed something moving around a dark room. There was no sumo sticker there. It wasn't an image of Shibuya or of the hospital above, so it was probably showing one of the rooms down here. It was definitely the girl, on the screen. She was saying something to an old person lying on the bed and gently wrapping belts around their arms and legs. Maybe the old man? Maybe the old person's the killer. The girl was my only clue as to where my smartphone was, which meant that we had to find the room on the monitor. Kunosato suddenly told me that she knew where it was. She'd been so uncooperative so far, I had no idea why she suddenly decided to help. But when she saw the girl, she suddenly said that she'd go with us. Of course, I knew her well enough by now. She wasn't helping us. She'd simply taken an interest in that girl, at least that was how I saw it. As we moved down the dim hallway, the temperature dropped and the humidity went up. She stopped in front of a door with strange words on the plate. Confinement Room 3. Kunosato opened the door a little, taking care to make as little noise as possible. I peeked inside. And there I saw a world that I'd only ever seen in movies. There were rows of beds in the room. And there were what appeared to be prisoners lying on them. They had different ages and sexes. Some were old, and some seemed young. And some of them I recognized. It was the old lady the girl had been walking with before. Oh.
2139898357
Some were screaming, some were counting numbers endlessly. One was a girl who was endlessly chewing her food. It seemed unreal. I remember the woman with the baby carriage I'd passed before and felt cold sweat forming on my palms.
強度の OCST 視床下部損傷による過食およびチューイング大脳半球損傷による反則空間無視障害全員脳をいじられてる
じゃあここの人たちは
そう簡単に処分することもできずここで飼い殺してる
For a moment, the tone of her voice changed. It felt like there was a pale flame burning somewhere deep within her voice. It was a pale flame of rage which seemed cold at first glance, but was in fact incredibly hot. Sadaka tugged at my sleeve and whispered. She pointed at a bed in the back with her other hand. I could see something moving past what looked like a curtain.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと窮屈だけど我慢してください。起きたらまたお散歩に行きましょうね。はい、今行きます。待っててください。
Someone appeared from within the curtain.
いた。あの子だ。
The girl in the file, Uki Yamazoe, didn't seem to notice us. She moved around from one patient to another, doing her best to take care of them.
よかった。彼女はまだちゃんと正気を保ってるようだ。
I could hear Kunosato whisper.
彼女からどうやってスマホを返してもらえばいいでしょう。説得とかしても聞いてくれるかどうか。むしろ警報でも鳴らされたら。
私はあの子をここから連れ出す。スマホの話なんて言うのはその後でいくらでも聞け。
What if she leaves the phone in the hospital? We should ask her now. It took me a moment to figure out what she was saying. But by the time that I did, she flung open the door to the room and leapt inside. Uki Yamazoe's eyes went wide at the sudden intruder. Kunosato grabbed her hand. All the patients started to scream, afraid of this sudden commotion. Yamazue looked around the room and tried her best to calm the people there, even as Kunosato held onto her arm.
いいから来い。警備に気づかれる。早くしろ。だからあなたは誰ですか？お前をここから解放してやる。そんな嫌です。やめてください。
The girl named Uki Yamazue went pale and tried to free herself from Kunosato's grip. She was completely in a panic. Kunosato must have decided that there was nothing to be gained by talking because she quickly moved around behind her and put her arm on the girl's carotid artery. Then she applied a very light pressure. What, she just like puts her out? What? Does that really work? Uki Yamazue moaned for just an instant, and then she slumped backward and into Kunosato's arms. She seemed to have passed out.
おい。
はい。
タイムリミットだ。はぐれたら置いていく。あとは知らん。
え？
ここの連中みたいになりたくなければついてこい。
She put the unconscious girl on her back and then ran outside the room without bothering to wait for us. I was stunned at her speed, but there was no time for hesitating.
尾上、いた！
I motioned to Sadaka and Ito and ran out into the hallway. We followed after Kunosato as fast as we could. Just like she said, if we got lost here, we'd be caught for sure, and who knew what would happen to us then. I didn't know who was doing these experiments or why, but their victims were suffering horrible fates. As I ran, I felt as if their screams of rage were following me. We followed Kunosato as fast as we could and then made it outside the hospital via a different route than before. Kunosato was sweating like a racehorse and her breathing was heavy, but she never let her guard down for a second. Instead, she seemed to be looking around intently. We were at the back of the hospital. This seemed like the exit, where they moved corpses from the morgue to the hearse. For that reason, there was a fence surrounding us that kept us hidden. Kunosato had evidently taken this fence into account in her escape plans from the start.
これからどうするんですか?
What indeed? I was too out of breath to speak, so Sadaka spoke for me.
地下施設はもう大騒ぎになってるはずだ。ここも間もなく見つかる。死にたくなければ足を動かせ。行くぞ。
We were almost at the rear gate to the hospital. She started to run toward it. We followed her with the last of our strength. There was a guard station there, but inside there was only 2 men, asleep, heads pointed at the ceiling.
それほど長い効き目の薬は使ってない。急がないと目を覚ます。
Okay, she drugged them. I frantically made my way through the guard station and finally got past the hospital's outer walls. We ran a little longer and found a van parked in a secluded spot.
何よ、みおちゃん。ずいぶん賑やかじゃない?
A broad-shouldered woman looked up at us from the driver's seat. It was hard to tell how old she was. Her attitude and bearing made her look like an older person, but the mischievous grin on her face made her seem younger.
で、必要なことはつかめた?
ええ。あれだけの犠牲者を出しながら、例の実験では結局、理論を完成させることができなかったようです。
そう。
ディソードの発言にも確実性はなく、ギガロマニアックス実験は失敗だったと。
まあ、予想した通りよね。
ギガロなんだって。
And what was a D-sword? Didn't she say something about that in the monitoring room?
ただ、重要な情報源を見つけました。
Kunosato opened the rear door and laid Uki Yamazue on the back seat.
その子が?
多分、実験の生き残りかと。保護。
え、それは。まあいいわ。しばらくうちで預かっとく。
頼みます。
Kunosato hadn't even dropped her attitude for Detective Shinjo, but now she was being polite. just who was this woman?
で、そっちの子たちはお友達じゃないわよね。
Hold on. Config.
"こっちは使えるかどうか後ほど判断します。私の家まで送っていただければ。
She seemed to be referring to us, but what did she mean by good? She was as arrogant as ever, and like usual, she was pissing me off.
了解。とにかくみんな乗りなさい。早く。
Her voice got a little sharper as she pointed to the middle seat in the back of the van. We could hear what sounded like a lot of yelling from the direction of the hospital. We quickly jumped inside and closed the door. Kunosato got in the front passenger seat. The van started quietly and headed off into the night.
ここだ。入れ。何をぼさっとしている。さっさとしろ。
お邪魔します。
人の家の中をじろじろ無遠慮に見るものじゃない。
家ってもしかしてここが久野里さんの？
そうだ。何か問題で？
いや、だって。
The pile of, like, laundry. The outside wasn't much better, but looking inside, it was hard to believe that there were still apartments this dumpy in Shibuya. The same was true of everything else in the room. Everything in the apartment was the cheapest kind you could buy. The only thing that was worth anything was the computer.
どうした宮下。
Oh, whoops, I pushed Ito out of the way. The monitor was still on, and the page that was one I'd seen many times. Shibuya News. They spelled news wrong. It wasn't the display version of the page that we'd seen so many times. The page was in the process of being edited.
嘘。もしかしてケイさん？
He finally makes the connection. So that was it. I thought I'd heard her voice somewhere before. Her voice was just too different from the gentle Kay that we were used to hearing. But that voice was, without a doubt, Kay's.
嘘マジ ?K さんってあの K さん渋谷ニュースの
Ito was pretty excited too, it seemed. Of course he was. Kay was someone we'd both admired. She was the ultimate right-sider. Since even I admitted it, she had to be at the top of her class. I never thought I'd be able to meet her like this, though. But I can't say I'd ever imagined Kay having a weird personality like this. Kunosato, the girl who'd been insulting us the whole evening, was the same person as the gentle Kay that we knew from Shibuya News. I like how they just like superimpose like two different, right, the exact same image, just with her eye open. It's just like, okay. Which was the real one? I didn't know. And why had Kay brought us to her room? I thought I'd remembered her saying she'd decided she could use us later. Okay, negative or positive? I had someone suggest to me to just pick all the negative choices, but I've been also sort of letting chat choose which negative or positive experiences to go with. If not, I'll just go with negatives from now on. The last positive experience we had, delusion we had, was very overly lewd, which I don't mind, but the negative experiences I'm assuming are a little more interesting, I guess. Anyone? Any preferences? No? We can still change it. I think there's like a few lines that you get to change it before it switches into the trigger mode. I looked over and saw something strange in the corner of the room. The best way to describe it would be to call it a sword. Whoa, that's a pretty wicked looking sword. Up to me. I was basically flipping a coin before. You know what? Maybe we'll just flip a coin then. We'll flip a coin unless someone pipes up. Well, it's negative anyways. It's tails. But I wasn't sure if most people who saw it would think that. Its design was complicated and, frankly, unrealistic. For some reason, looking at it made me feel uneasy. It made me feel really bad, actually. What was that? If someone told me it was for cosplay, I'd probably believe them. Cosplay. Can you imagine making a sword like this for cosplay? It just looks really complex. I'm sure it's been done. If nothing else, it didn't match the image I had of the person in front of me. Not the Kei I knew from Shibuya News, or the Kunosato who had been swearing at me the whole night. Does she maybe have a third identity? Maybe she was a famous cosplayer. Heads I win, tails you lose. Deal! Or maybe she was a toy artisan who made life-sized weapons. Maybe she was an otaku who collected swords like this. Either way, it felt like a bad idea to mention it. Best to just ignore it. Best to pretend I never saw it.
宮代。
え？
その件が気になるのか。
Kunosato brought it up, and I was trying my hardest to ignore it.
いや、別に。
I tried my best to laugh and avoid looking at it. Come on, don't make me talk about this with you. I just knew it was going to end badly. But Kunosato took up the blade with a calm look on her face. She swung it around and assumed a fighting stance. Her moves were graceful and beautiful. For a moment, I fell in love. This sword was the perfect weapon for her. I didn't know why, but that's how it seemed. She swung the sword right in front of my eyes. I could hear the sound of it cutting through the wind. No. I could see some of my bangs falling to the ground. It was incredibly sharp. If it touched me, it would slice me in half. It would tear me apart. I gulped.
お前たちを。お前をここに連れてきたのは、口封じのためだ。私は、内閣特殊調査室のスーパーエージェント、久野里美代。コードネームは、青の剣士。
What?
お前は今、渋谷で進行中の極秘プロジェクトについて知ってしまった。ゆえに、生かしてはおけないんだ。
Oh, those.
許せ。
Kunosato took a step forward, moving as if she were about to begin a dance. It only took an instant. Sliced.
タク。
Oh no.
あれ、私。
They didn't show. A spurt of blood burst from Setaka's chest and she fell over. What just happened? I hadn't even seen Kunosato swing her sword.
全員、生かしては返さん。
Oh no.
呪うなら、自分の運命を呪え。
やめろ。やめてくれ。
That yeah just sounded really comical. Ito screamed and fell, blood pouring from his chest. I still couldn't see it. The sword moved so fast. This was the power of the super agent, the Azure swordsman. Kunosato turned toward me. I only had a few seconds left to live, but for some reason, as she held the blade that killed Setaka and Ito, Kunosato seemed so beautiful.
お前が見ている景色は、世界はすべて
Those
エラーだ。
were the last things that Kunosato said to me. How very Matrix-like. Then, everything went black. Maybe it was some small mercy of hers that I didn't feel any pain. Huh? Wait, what? You are in your last year of high school. What the hell are you thinking? Sure, any Japanese boy who grew up on manga should fantasize about something like that, but it was all tropes and cliches. If it had gotten launched in a magazine, it would have been cancelled after 10 weeks. I blamed the sword that was just sitting there in the corner. Any boy who saw that sword would remember his dark history. Anyway, this was no time to be thinking about that sword.
キエさん、俺マジファンなんす。声聞いてるだけで超癒されるっつうか。
Oh, here he is fanboying now.
そんなことはどうでもいい。
As I sat there fantasizing, Kunosato was tearing apart Ito's hopes and dreams. He was having a bad time.
それよりお前。
え？
お前だ、宮代拓。いちいち聞き返すな。
はい。なんでしょう。
Crap, she was really scary. Was the Kate that I'd loved only an image I created for myself? And was this girl who she really was? Kunosato stood by the wall and glared at me, oblivious to how I felt.
お前は何の能力者だ？
See, that's what I suspected, that he has... that, Takuru has some sort of power, and he doesn't realize that he's a psychic of sorts.
は？
Yeah, Takuru Miyashiro. It was so sudden that I didn't know what I'd been asked. Power? Who? Me?
さっき言ったろ。あの地下施設は今厳重に封鎖されている。ど素人はそんな簡単に入り込めるような場所じゃない。
He gets to go to places he needs to go to, so he's been the one unlocking the doors himself. Because there was all those times where the door should have been locked and the doors would always open for him, or they would unlock for him. He has the power to unlock doors. That's not... that doesn't sound so great a power, but I guess he can get into places he normally wouldn't get into.
それはたまたまですよ。なんか偶然とか重なってうまく入れただけです。
隠すな。お前はそれを能力でやってのけたんだ。
だから違います。
監視モニターがいきなり起動したのだってそうだ。
What was she talking about? I didn't have any kind of powers. And wait, Kay, I respected you, so try not to disappoint me so much.
大体何を根拠にそんなことは。
地下施設にお前たちが潜入しているのを見つけたときにな。お前かそっちの彼か、どちらかが能力者じゃないかと疑った。
Why not Sedeca? Sedeca was also there at some of the places. Kunosato pointed at me and Ito in turn.
俺もすか？
Actually, no, it could be Sedeca. Maybe Sedeca is the one that has powers here.
ああ。だが、お前の方はその後、何の反応も示さなかったからな。
Because Sedeca doesn't... She doesn't really like looking at the sumo stickers either. She seems to react to them as well.
反応
？11番目のロールシャッハ画像を見た時の反応だよ。
I still don't see the sumo sticker in this picture. Kunosato's deep, dark eyes were peering into me.
だが宮代拓、あの画像を見た時、お前は激しく動揺した。
いや、だってあんな気色悪い絵ですよ。当たり前じゃないですか。
お前のはそういう反応とは全く違う。あの画像を見たときにどう感じた？思い出してみろ。
The feeling I'd experienced when I'd seen the sumo sticker image came back to me. When I looked at it, all the hairs on my body stood on end and I was attacked by nightmarish delusions from which there was no escape. It was so scary I couldn't help but look away from it.
じゃあ、身の潔白を証明するためにもう一度見てみるか？
Alrighty, Vex.
あの画像を。
Thanks for stopping by. Much love in return, and hope you have a wonderful day today. Alright. Oh, she's gonna force us to look at it again. Kunosato turned toward her computer and opened up a folder. She watched my face carefully as she moved to click on an image inside the folder.
嫌です。やめてください。
I slowly sank to the floor and sat down, sweat pouring from my body. I looked away from the computer. I didn't have the courage to look at that image right now.
いい加減にしてください。
Seneca interrupted with a yell. It was the first time in ages I'd heard her yell. Oops.
一体何なんですか？特に超能力ってそんな。
I totally missed that. I looked up to see her standing between me and Kunosato with her hands on her hips. Okay.
アニメや漫画みたいな話真面目にしてどうかしてますよ。
何？
尾上。
タクは人が殺された場所とかでいっぱいあのシールを見てきてるんです。気持ちが悪く、私だってラブホの時のことを思い出して吐いちゃいそうになることありますけどそんなくったらないことが証拠だって言うなら、私にだって超能力があるってことになりますよね。
いや、お前は違う。
なんでですか？
Nanda. When she thought I was in trouble, sometimes she would turn into a totally different person. She would try to protect me in a different way than Kurusu. It made me happy and it made me feel better, but...
尾上、ありがとう。けど、ちょっとだけ抑えてくれ。
でも。
いいから、本当にサンキューな。
Thank you. There was no way I had any kind of psychic power, but I'd already suspected that powers like that were involved in this case somehow, so I wanted to hear what Kunosato had to say. Kunosato looked at me for a moment, questioningly, and then sighed. Then she took out her phone and made a call. The person on the phone didn't seem very happy about it, but they eventually gave her their approval. She nodded and hung up the phone, then spoke.
また出かけるぞ。まあ、今度は命の危険はないだろう。安心するがいい。
I don't know about this.
こんな時間によう来たの。まだ閉店時間までは間があるゆえ、ゆるりと過ごしてゆくがよい。
Kunosato took me to Cafe Lax. We were taken to a big table by the window. Come to think of it, I had just been here a while ago. Last time I was to listen in on the conversation between Hinai, Arimura, and Shinjo. While I was thinking about that, the person Kunosato had called walked into the cafe. They seemed upset.
Eh?
When I looked up and saw who was there, I gasped.
こんな時間によう来たの。ゆるりと過ごしてゆくがよい。用が済んだらすぐに帰りますから。
遅かったな。
私にだって準備くらいあるんです。
Hinai Arimura? It was the girl I was just thinking about.
あれ？ひなちゃんだ。どうも。これってどういうことっすかね、先輩方。
知らねえって。俺に聞かないでくれ。
True. What was she inviting Hinai here for?
っていうか、久野里さん、便利に使って巻き込むのはやめてほしいって言いましたよね。
互いに情報の提供をする。そういう約束だろ。
そっちばっかり私を利用してるくせに。
いいから座れ。
Arimura sighed, glanced at us, and sat down with a frown on her face. There was an awkward moment after we ordered our drinks and when no one spoke.
それで、何なんです？
Once our drinks arrived, Arimura, of course, was the first one to speak up.
口で説明するよりも見せた方が早いと思ってな。
まさか話したんですか？
利用価値がありそうだと判断した。
ほんと勘弁してほしいんですけど。
From the way they were talking, Arimura must have known about these powers as well, and...
つべこべ言わずに見せてやれ。
show them.
嫌ですよ、めんどくさい。
宮代拓が能力者かどうか確証を得たい。
いや、だからですね。僕はそんな。
間違いなく能力者ですよ。
Arimura spoke as if it was the most normal thing in the world.
有村
So that's why she told us we were gonna die.
おい本当か宮代。
信じられないよ。
だから僕は知らないって。
ふん、なるほどね。知らないというのは本当みたいです。無自覚なんですね。
無自覚も何も有村はなんでそんなこと言い切れるんだよ。
あれ、思い当たる節ありませんか？
Oh my god, guys, there are Evangelion models right here. I just noticed that. Or are they Evangelion? Okay, they look like they could be like copycat Evangelion models.
そんなのあるわけ。
If I had that power, I would have used it for something.
でも自分がこうなってほしいと思ったところでいつも特別なことが起きたりしたでしょ。例えば例のラブホテルに先輩が潜入した時、あの時部屋には確かに鍵がかかっていたんですよ。なのに先輩はどうやって入ってきたんです？
嘘だ。鍵は開いてた。
いいえ、閉まってました。けどいきなり開いたんです。だよね、セリ。
Sadaka hesitated for a moment and looked at me.
確かにガチャって。
尾上。
ほら、それが宮代先輩の能力です。
My power? No way.
おそらく望んだように物体を動かす能力、いわゆるテレキネシス、あるいはサイコキネシスか。それを持っている。病院の地下施設にあんな簡単に侵入できたのもそのおかげだ。
本当かよ。
Ito was looking at me in shock.
いや、待ってくれ。違う。
Sure, when I'd gone into the psych ward and the underground lab, a lot of coincidences had happened all at once. Doors that would normally be locked weren't. When I'd gone down to the underground facility from the autopsy room, something had gotten stuck and I'd been able to open the secret door. But
そんな特殊な能力なんて本当にあるわけ。
でもさ、宮代言ってたよな。今回の事件の鍵かもしれないって。
それはそうだけど。
sure, I'd been saying it was just a little while ago, but only after being told that I was a psychic did I understand. I hadn't actually really believed it. When I said it out loud, I acted like it was some brilliant theory, but in my mind I'd still been treating it as fiction. I mean, you know, right? How could I have something so crazy?
先輩、今から言う質問に全ていいえで答えてください。
は？なんだよいきなり。
いいから答えてください。いいですね。
はい。
I nodded since it didn't seem like I was going to be given a chance to disagree.
自分のクラスの人間はバカばっかりだと思っ。
いいえ。
でも本当はその輪の中に入りたいと思っている。
いいえ。
一人でカラオケに行ったことがある。
いいえ。
一人でカラオケに行ったけれど一曲も歌ってはいない。
いいえ。
クルス先輩と一緒に暮らしていた時、クルス先輩のお風呂を覗いちゃったことがある。
いいえ。
なるほど、わかりました。
Arimura nodded and smiled.
わかったって何が？
まず最初の質問。宮代先輩はみんなバカばっかりだと思ってますね。
そんなことは。
それから次。そうは言っても本当は寂しくてみんなの輪の中に入りたいとそう思っ。
違う。僕は何の生産性もない会話になんて。
カラオケに一人で行きましたね。
それは新聞部の取材で言っただけだ。でも歌っては。
それは嘘です。
え？
本当は歌いました。
歌ってない。
一曲だけですか？
だから歌ってないってば。
なるほど、一曲だけ歌ったんですね。
おい宮代、 本当か？お前あれだけ歌ってないって否定してたよな。
Arimura, how do you know this stuff? It seemed like a waste, so I did sing one song.
最後にお風呂でクルス先輩を。
もういい、やめろ。
タク。
Sedeka pushed down on her ghetto froggy strap. It made a noise like "you lose" buzzer on a game show. Is this a TV variety show or something?
違うんだ。あれはユードがいたずらして、今なら誰も入ってないって言うからドアを開けたら、それに慌てて目をつぶったから何も見てない。本当だぞ。
Did you have any idea what hell I went through after that? Just remembering it terrified me. Wait, no.
それが一体何だって言うんだ。
わかりませんか？今のが私の能力です。
え？
他人の口にした言葉が嘘か真実かわかる。それが私の能力なんです。
She could tell if someone was lying? And then I finally realized the way Arimura had acted and the things she'd said.
言葉に出してもらってもいいですか？
What was that was what that was about?
彼女の言ってること本当かな？
いや、ホットリーディングやコールドリーディングって可能性もあるし。
ホットリーディング？
Oops. I clicked off the game. I wanted to look at what hot reading was in the tips.
つまり事前に調査してって後で自分で調べろ。
It's when you look things up ahead of time. Actually, you just look up on your own later. It's kind of what I do. Cold reading. A set of techniques that uses the art of conversation, observation, and intuition to gain information about a target and make them believe that the user has spiritual or psychic powers. Since it has uses in counseling, therapy, police interrogations, and sales, unlike hot reading, it is not necessarily a form of fraud. Oh, then what's hot reading? A method primarily used by self-proclaimed psychics and spiritualists where agents are used to learn about a target or subject in advance. The psychic then pretends that the information was gained through their clairvoyance or mind reading to make it seem as if they have special powers. Ah, I see. So hot reading is doing research ahead of time. Cold reading is more like using observation powers. Okay. More intuitive stuffs.
もういい。面倒だ。
Kunoseta looked annoyed and bored as she watched our conversation.
あれを見せてやれ。それが一番早い。
あれですか？こんなところで？
多分、宮代以外には見えないはずだ。
そうかもしれません。けど。
Arimura looked toward the ground. Show me something. Wait, what was she going to show me? She nodded reluctantly and then suddenly stood up in front of me.
宮代先輩。よく見ててください。
And then she lifted up her skirt. No, that's not what happened. What are you going to show me? I almost asked, but then I stopped. Suddenly, she stretched her right hand out to the side. She inhaled slowly and then seemed to draw something out of the air. I don't know why they put in that part about the skirt then. Huh? As I sat there astonished, she pulled something impossible out of empty air. It was warped, yet elegant. Ugly, yet fascinating. It was inorganic and organic at the same time. It was as if it contained every shape in the world. It was a...
Ken?
Wasn't this the same thing Kunosato had at her apartment? The shape was different, but it had the same terrible feeling to it. But Arimura had just pulled it out of thin air.
どうやったんだ?
Arimura looked unhappy as she saw my shock.
やっぱり見えるんですね。何の話？タク。
Okay, Sedeka is not a psychic.
剣ってなんだよ。
見えないのか？二人とも
Serika and Ito both shook their heads.
そんなバカな。
It was huge. How could they not see it? I quickly looked around the room, but no one else, not the customers or the employees, was looking at the thing in Arimuna's hands. No, they couldn't see it.
これで決まりだな。
どういうことな。
今有村ひなえが手にしているもの、それが能力者の証だ。ディソードと呼ばれている。
ディソード。
I'd heard her use that word before. I didn't realize that she was talking about this though.
その状態のディソードは能力者にしか目視できない。つまりそれが見えるお前は間違いなく能力者ということだよ。
Kunosato's cold voice dropped even lower than usual.
でも僕、そんな能力なんて本当に使った覚えもないし。
でも事実だ。
I couldn't believe it. So much was going through my head that I couldn't think. I looked over at the D-sword again. Arimuna fiddled with it and snorted.
まあ同じギガロマニアックス同士もう少し仲良くしときますかね先輩。
ギガロマニアックス。
I remembered Kunosato using that word before too.
我々は能力者のことをそう呼んでいる。ギガロマニアックスと。
呼び方なんかどうでもいいです。それよりやっぱり信じられません。僕のそのサイコキネシスとかそんなの非科学的です。
We actually finally get to really see Takuru's face here.
ああ、サイコキネシスというのはお前がイメージしやすいようにそう言っただけだ。実際はもっと科学的な概念が存在する。
科学的？
I looked at Arimura's sword skeptically. Scientific? That?
ああ無理ですよ久野里さん。説明とかしてもさっぱりわかんないと思います。ちなみに私は一つも理解できてません。
お前と一緒にすんな。僕はこれでも。
はいはい。
Damn it, she was pissing me off.
理解などしなくていい。ただ最低限のことだけは覚えておけ。ギガロマニアックスの能力をカートゥーンに登場するような超能力と同じように使うな。そんな
何が違うって言うんで
I
す。
didn't mean to cut it off.
ギガロマニアックスの能力とは簡単に言えば自らの妄想を現実に変換する力だ。
Uh-oh, delusions into reality.
妄想現実に変換？
What was she talking about? That wasn't scientific at all.
ディラックの海という言葉をまあ知らないだろうな。
ディラックの海。
Serika started to fidget on the sofa. She probably couldn't follow what we were talking about at all, but she could tell that I was nervous.
確か量子力学の中の概念ですよね。
ほう、驚いたな。一階の高校生が知っているとは。
For some reason, a lot of people on the Japanese internet loved relativity theory and quantum mechanics. Schrodinger's cat, for example, had been discussed so many times by now that it was considered an embarrassment to even bring it up. So I knew a little.
真空を負のエネルギーに満たされた空間だと定義するんですよね。で、そこをディラックの海って呼ぶ。
ああ、そうだ。ディラックの海はマイナスエネルギーに満ちた世界ということになる。
Kunosato looked at Arima's hands as she held the D-sword. They're going to being. I don't think so. She kind of hates his guts a little bit, but who knows? Who knows? And sup, Sharp Drago? And then Arimuna smiled a little wickedly.
そのなんとかの海とこの剣を使って妄想を現実にできるんですよ。リアルブートっていうらしいですけどね。
リアルブート。
ディソードは剣の形をしているが、実はただの武器じゃない。ディラックの海に干渉し、現実との間のパイプとなる端末だ。ギガロマニアックスがその端末を用いると、 本来現実空間の中に存在できないはずの負のエネルギーを引き出すことができる。するとホールセオリーによるペアクリエーションで粒子と反粒子が生まれる。それがエラーとなって他人の脳のデッドスポットに影響を与えるんだ。
Dead spots. What?
脳のデッドスポット？
デッドスポットというのは人間の脳における視覚野の視覚だよ。そこに影響を与えられるということは、つまり自分の妄想をそこへ送り込み、しかも相手にとってそれは完全な現実として認識される。
でもそんなのただの幻覚じゃないですか。催眠術と同じですよ。
催眠術？そうか。じゃあその妄想を自分の周りの人間全員がリアルな現実だと共通認識してしまったらどうだ？
共通認識？
Mass hysteria?
そうだ。さらにそれが渋谷中の人間の共通認識になったら、そしてその共通認識が東京中の人間、日本中の人間、果ては世界中の人間にまで広がっていったとしたら、一体誰がそれを現実じゃないと否定できるんだ？
それは。
そうしたら妄想はすでに作り事でも幻覚でもなくなる。紛れもない現実と化すんだよ。だからそれはリアルブートと呼ばれている。
そんなバカな。だってそんなことで現実がねじ曲げられるなんて。
I rubbed my head with my fingers trying to make some sense out of all this.
仮にいいですか？仮にですよ。僕がそのギガロマニアックスだったとして、だけど閉まってるドアの鍵を開けるとか、そんな風に妄想が物理現象にまで影響を与えるなんて不可能ですよ。
私たち含め研究者たちも当初はそう考え楽観視していた。だがそんな甘いものじゃなかったんだ。
え？
物理現象すらねじ曲げるんだよ。ギガロマニアックスの妄想とそれによって共通認識化された現実は。だからこそそれはこの上なく危険なんだ。
These delusions become real. I looked at Arimura's sword, then back at Kunosato. Arimura was still smiling as she held the sword in front of me. I couldn't tell if the light it gave off was holy or evil, but for a moment it was so beautiful that I shivered. October 11th, 2015, Sunday. The town was filled with noise that threatened to swallow her whole. Oh, it's back to that girl who's limping. But that was just the way she wanted it. Shibuya was a town that accepted anybody and rejected everyone. It was the only place that would let her be a part of it now. She moved her legs forward valiantly amidst the hustle and bustle. Forward, forward. Every step she took, her face twisted with horrible pain. Or at least that's how it seemed to her. She didn't know if the pain was actually appearing on her face. Her face was covered with scars and shielded by long hair that hid her hate. But as she dragged her legs down the streets, no one in Shibuya stopped to look at her. She was grateful for that, but at the same time, she hated it. A flame burned within her womb. It was a flame of hatred. She was nothing but hatred now. The businessmen who passed by her on the street, the empty-headed students, the happy couples, the miserable-looking old people, she hated everyone. She hated them most of all. She hated the ones who had abandoned her. She hated the ones who'd done this to her. If they hadn't abandoned her, this never would have happened. The hatred burned within her womb. No, she was the hatred. The power she'd gained that day, it was all for this. Only the joy of revenge drove her forward. Forward and forward. And then, she didn't notice that the people who passed by her turned back in surprise. She didn't realize it herself. But the woman was laughing. She was laughing so hard that anyone could hear her. like black smoke from a flame rising towards the sky. She raised her voice and laughed. How goes it? Miyashiro is awakening. Not completely yet. What else? He seems to have finally remembered. Their existence? Yes. What of the sin he committed? Not yet. Understood. It is almost the day of judgment. Dun dun dun. October 12th, 2015. Monday. That went by fast.
おい、あれじゃね？ほら、今流行ってる。
マジでやばくね？てか流行るっておかしくね？呪われるんしょ？マジやば
ほれ、一枚持ってこうぜ。
やばいってそれマジやばいって。
あ、先輩、あれ例のやつじゃないですか？
例のって？
え？先輩知らないですか？歴史シール。
歴史。
いやいやいや、またまた嘘っしょ？知ってて言ってるんしょ？
いや、マジで知らないって。
マジっすか？今めっちゃ流行ってるっすよ。
流行ってんの？あんな気持ち悪いのが？
いや、流行ってるってのとは違うか。ほら、例の連続殺人事件、あれの現場にあったって話っすよ。
あのシールが？なんで
かは知らないっすけど、でもなんか意味あるんじゃないっすか？
歴史シールね。なんかそのまんますぎだろ。もっといいネーミングねえのかよ。
ほらここにもあるじゃん歴史。
うわ、めっちゃ増えてんじゃん。てかあんた何やってんの？
これちょっと可愛くない？ほらカバンとかつけたら。
うっそ、可愛いとこマジウケるんだけど、どんな趣味よ？
絶対これ流行るってマジで。ねえあんたもそう思うっしょ？
それ近づけんのやめて。見てるとなんか気持ち悪くなんだよね。ほら気持ち悪いっつってんじゃん。
うっそ、可愛いって絶対。
あれ、それ何つけてるんですか？
あ、これほら例の力士シール。おしゃれっしょ。
あ、いいですね。
でしょでしょ。これ流行らそうよ。
でも不謹慎とか言われそうじゃないですか？
ああ、不謹慎中とかうざいよねマジで。でも大丈夫。
なんかグッズとか作ります？
いいね。ソックスとかさ、可愛いかも。
ちょい考えますか。
どうしたん？
なんか焦げ臭くね？
ああ、ここあったらしいぜ。
何が？
なんかほら、最近この辺で火つけて回ってるやついるらしいじゃん。連続放火？
ああ、なんか聞いたそれ。
それもほれ、あれのせいじゃねえの？呪いのシールとかって。
あれなんなのマジで。あれと一緒なんだろ？前のほら。
ニュージェネだろ？
そう、それニュージェネ。あれの真似なんだろ？渋谷マジやばいって。
このように今回の事件の日付は全てニュージェネレーションの狂気と呼ばれる6年前の事件と一致しております。そこにどのような関連があるのかが注目されているわけですが、これについてはいかがでしょう？
そうですね、関連があるのはほぼ間違いないでしょうね。ただ現時点で全ての事件が同一犯であると決めつけるのはまだ時期尚早ではないかと思います。
それはどうしてでしょう？
現場に残されていたという歴史シールは渋谷の街中のどこにでもあるという話ですし、入手するのは比較的簡単なんですね。したがって何者かが同一犯の犯行とみなすために現場に残したという可能性も考えられます。
その場合はやはり捜査の混乱を狙ったということでしょうか？
そういうことになりますね。 特に今のようなネット社会ではそうした情報は早く出回りますし、騒ぎに乗じた便乗殺人ということもないとは言い切れないでしょうね。
まだまだ謎の多い事件ですね。こちらの事件に関しては後ほど改めましてたっぷりと検証していきたいと思います。さて次のニュースはこちらも東京渋谷ですね。連続放火事件のニュースです。
Oh, chapter 6. Their Resistance 1. October 12th, 2015, Monday still.
しかし信じられないな。まさかAH 東京総合病院でそんなことが。
Takeshi Shinjo frowned as he leaned back into the sofa inside the messy office. Freesia Corporation was located on the second floor of an old multi-purpose building in Sakuragaoka. At this hour, the 20 or so desks in the room were mostly empty, but that didn't mean that things weren't busy. Investigation companies like Freesia did a lot of work outside the office. It was precisely because they were busy that there was no one here. The three people were having a serious discussion inside the empty office.
まあ、新庄ちゃんが疑いたくなる気持ちはわかるけど。
In front of him was the CEO of Freesia, Katsuko Momose.
お前なんかに嘘をついて何の得がある？
Mio Kunosato was sitting further away from him, not even bothering to conceal her displeasure. It was clear she had no intention of being friendly with him.
もちろん信じないと言ってるわけじゃない。あの病院にいろいろ妙な噂があることだって知っている。それにこうして生きた証人もいることだし。
Shinjo looked at the other person on the sofa. Arimura? Oh no, it was a tiny little girl.
あの子が本当に施設で被害者たちの世話を？
ああ、そうだ。
今彼女から事情は聞けそうかな？
やってみてもいいが、失望するだけかもしれないぞ。
え？それがね。
私、帰ります。お願いします。私、帰ります。
ずっとこの調子。帰りたいの一点張り。何を聞いたってろくに話してくれやしない。
百瀬さんが苦戦するのは珍しいな。
Shinjo stood up and dragged an office chair over to the sofa the girl was sitting on. He sat down as slowly as he could so as not to scare her and looked at her at eye level.
山添浮君?
He tried to speak as softly as he could, but she still shivered at his voice.
怖がらなくていい。僕はおまわりさんだ。
おまわりさん。
おまわりさん。
そうだ。だから。
おまわりさんなら助けてください。
もちろんだと思う。だから教えてほしいんだ。君を真っ暗な地下室に閉じ込めたのは誰？
私、あの人にさらわれてきたんです。だから助けてください。元の場所へ返してください。
Uki Yamazawa looked at Kunosato for just an instant and then looked back into Shinjo, begging.
これで私も立派な誘拐犯だな。逮捕してみるか？
チャチャを入れないでくれ。なあ、ウキ君。何か勘違いしているようだけど、君は地下でひどいことをさせられてたんだ。だからこうして助け出されたんだよ。
ひどいことなんて何もありません。私はただ皆さんのお世話をしていただけです。それ、だから戻らないといけないんです。私がいないと皆さんが困ってしまいます。
That explained why even a veteran like Momose was having trouble. Shinjo looked at the two and shrugged.
参りましたね。
でしょ？
聞いた限りだと地下の環境はかなり劣悪ですよね。普通女の子がそんなところに帰りたいって思うもんで。
私ならごめんこむるわね。まあ、うちも仕事内容の劣悪さじゃ負けてないと思うけど。
Almost sounds like brainwashing. Momose chuckled.
そいつの頭皮を見てみたが、ロボトミーや電気ショックの痕跡はない。ちゃんと脳の検査をしないと断定はできないが、多分長年の軟禁生活で 自分の境遇に疑問を抱かなくなってしまったんだろう。
虐待されてる子供と同じか。
ああ。
どうしたもんかな。
Shinjo looked back at the girl, who now seemed as if she was about to cry, and started to scratch his head. As of now, the police had no reason to make a move on AH General Hospital. None of the evidence he'd gathered had been acquired by legal means. He'd hoped that Uki Yamazoe's testimony would allow her to function as a whistleblower, but that was looking unlikely.
あ、そうだ。ウキ君、この少年を知ってるね。
Shinjo took a smartphone out of his pocket. It was one he'd borrowed from the younger officers. He picked out Takuru Miyashiro's photo from the ones he'd taken of the people involved at the Hekiho Academy shooting.
彼のスマートフォンを君は拾ったはずだ。
その人なら何回か会いました。でも、そのスマートフォンって一体何ですか？
は？何？
その子ね。最近のものは何も知らないわよ。
Shinjo thought for a moment, then pointed to his own phone.
これがスマホだ。これと似たようなものを彼が落として君が拾った。覚えてないかな？
Uki stared at the phone in his hands and then nodded softly.
やっぱりそうか。で、それをどうした？
落ちていた場所にすぐに戻しました。
戻した？君が持って行ったんじゃなくて？
持ってなんて行きません。なんだかわからないものは怖いです。
でも宮代君によれば、そのスマホから電話がかかってきたって言うんだ。
スマホというのはそうやって写真を見る機械じゃないんですか？電話もかけられるんですか？
Momose giggled a little. Shinjo glared at her, then turned the phone around and brought up a number from the address book. He tapped the number. The phone rang for a moment, and then an extremely irritated phone answered. A voice.
はい。
said phone.
もしもし、有村ですけど。
ほら、こうやって電話ができるんだよ。な。
Shinjo turned up the volume so that Uki could hear it. Uki didn't seem to care.
そうですか。
もしもし、一体何なんです？用がないなら切りますよ。私これからランチなんで。
いや、用ならあるんだ。しかも大事な用が。悪いんだけど、ちょっと力を貸して。
お断りします。
即答はないだろ
ねえ新庄さん、私ってあなたの恋人かなんかですか？何かっていうとすぐに電話してきて、いやらしい。
いやいや、待て。別にそういうつもりじゃ。
ならストーカーってことでいいですね。
よくない。困ってるんだ。助けてくれよ。
うわ、出た。女の敵の決まり文句。それでお小遣いをせびったり、お金のために。
真面目に聞いてくれよ。大切な話なんだ。頼む。
Shinjo finally managed to quiet her down and then told her about AH Tokyo General and Uki Yamazoe. And then he asked Uki a few more detailed questions, this time so she could hear. And as a result...
どうだ、有村さん。
全部白ですよ。真っ白。あと、今回の一連の事件についても本当に何にも知らないですね。その子が犯人と関係あるとか思ってます？だったら。
そっか。
Shinjo's shoulders slumped when he heard that. He saw that Kunosata's did too. He'd probably thought that he could learn a lot of what she wanted to know from Uki Yamazoe. Kunosato frowned and looked at the ceiling.
有村さん、助かった。ありがとう。今度なんかご馳走するよ。
はあ？それってもしかしてデートに誘ってるつもりですか？だったら絶対に嫌なんですけど。
未成年をデートになんて誘ったら警察クビだよ。じゃ、またな。
またって、もうこういうのやめてくださいよ。何度言ったらわかるんです。
He just hung up on her. He ended the call before Arimura could say anything further, and finally, the room fell quiet. No one spoke for a while. The only sound was Uki Yamazoe's mumbling, "I want to go home," as she stared at her feet.
まあ、その子に関しては、もう少しうちで預かることにするわ。って言っても、 食事と寝る場所の提供くらいで大したことはできなさそうだけど。
Almost stood up and rolled her tired neck. There was an unhealthy popping sound.
それでも十分助かります。
あっちの方は一からやり直しか。
一からってことはないさ。地下施設の本格的な操作ができないか手を考えてみる。
なんとかなるの？正式な手続きを踏んだところでまたどこかから圧力がかかるわよ。
でしょうね。
でしょうねってあんた。
ま、そこら辺は適当に口実をでっち上げます。ダメならダメでやりようはあると思うんで。それにお天道様の元にさらしてしまえばいくらなんでも無視はできないでしょうからね。
ふん。
なんです？何かおかしなことを言いましたか？
似てきたじゃない？
そいつは喜んでいいんですかね。
どうかしら。少なくともいい死に方はしないわね。
Newscaster Watabe murdered. Another copy of the New Generation Madness? Popular online journalist Tomoaki Watabe was murdered on the afternoon of the 10th at a school in Shibuya. The police have become more convinced the killer in this case is the same as the other murders that are patterned after the return of the New Generation Madness 7 years ago. Watabe visited the school to talk to the students and coughed up sumo stickers and died when he went on stage. Watabe's stomach was filled with large numbers of the mysterious sumo stickers, and it is believed that these are what choked him. As the stickers are seen everywhere on the streets of Shibuya these days, they seem to think it will be impossible to track down where the killer found them. Watabe had previously pointed out the relationship between the sumo stickers and the other mysterious deaths that took place on the 7th, 14th, and 30th of last month. The police are assuming there is a connection there. Gotson death. And before this is a viral marketing scheme by the sumo wrestler people. Obviously the kids he was interviewing did it. So wait, we're calling this one Gotson Death? If you guys want to see a sumo sticker that bad, look in the freaking mirror. There's a huge shadowy conspiracy involved in this. All the victims are people who try to find out about the conspiracy. The ones behind it are also the ones behind the original New Generation Madness. They also eliminated the person who designed the sumo stickers. I bet the kids he was going to talk to are in danger too. 989. So what? You're a sumo sticker truther? He's reading between the lines. It's the killer. JK. Lol. Look at your ID, dude. The thread's almost 1,000 posts long. Why do you guys like sumo so much? If this is post 1,000, I'm gonna win the next sumo tournament. What the hell?
物体を動かす力、いわゆるテレキネシスと呼ばれるもの。それが先輩の力です。
僕の力。
さあ、念じてみてください。動けと心の中で。
念じる。心の中で。
Kokoro means heart. So inside his heart?
動け。動け。動け。動け動け動け動けよ
Oh my god, this sounds very like Evangelion like. Oh my god, they made it move.
見て、机の上の本が。
マジかよ。浮いてやがる。動いた。
驚きました。これは私が思っていた以上の力かもしれません。
宮代拓、君の能力、この目でじっくりと見させてもらった。
久野里さん。
これからはその能力を使って私の渋谷ニュースを手伝ってくれないか。
僕が渋谷ニュースを。
私には君の力が必要なんだ。
はい。喜んで。
Wow, now she's showing much more interest in him now that they know for sure he has powers.
や
Wow, this happy sounding music.
すごいじゃねえか宮代。
まあこれくらい当然だよ。
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I thought I'd leave it on something more that has some background music to keep you guys entertained. I don't know. It sounds happy sounding. We'll be back after this commercial break. Okay, I'm back. Why are they getting all excited?
タク
Oh wait, that was
ね
just
え
my
タクった
imagination.
ら
It's just my imagination that they were getting all happy about it.
これくらい大したこと。
This is nothing.
大したこと。
大したことはないよ。Huh?
あ、起きた。
ここ。
Yeah, I thought that world was too bubbly sounding. My room? Then that was a dream just now? I looked at the clock. It was already well into afternoon and approaching evening.
そうか。
I remembered now. I'd met with Arimura and Kurosata at Cafe Lax and then come back here late last night, still confused. After that, I'd gone home and thought, and then done some research on the internet, and finally gotten to sleep around sunrise. That's why I was only getting up now.
たく、人が心配してきてやったのに気持ちよく寝てやがるんだもんな。
えへへ。タクはのんきだね。
うわっ、なんだお前ら。
Why indeed. Surprised, I leapt out of bed.
なんだってご挨拶だな君は。
みんなタクを心配して様子を見に来たんだよ。
心配？僕を？なんで？
だってねえ、花ちゃん。うん。
和樹、お前まで。
It was a tiny room, but I'd only just realized that she was here now.
ちょっとタク、そういう言い方はひどいよ。花ちゃんだってずーっと気にしてたんだから。ね。
That was surprising. Kazuki was so worried about me she'd come out all the way here. I figured no matter what happened, she'd be sitting in the clubroom playing ESO too.
てか大げさなんだよ。そんなに心配しなくたって。
でもよ、結構いろんなことあったろ昨日。
そうだよ。のんちゃんも気にしてたよ。
クルスが。
うん。
まさか昨日のことベラベラ喋ったりしてないよな。
Saraka looked confused.
もしかして話？
うん。
例の能力のことも。
うん。
なんで言っちゃうんだよ。
だってのんちゃんには隠し事してもバレちゃうんだもん。
That's kind of true. Yeah, Kurusu was pretty sharp, and I couldn't imagine a girl like Saraka being able to hide anything from her. I gave up and fell back into
いけ
bed.
なかったかな。
Saraka looked apologetic as she fiddled with a ghetto froggy strap.
いや、いい。話しちゃったもんは仕方がない。
Knowing Kurusu, she probably was really upset by now.
で、それでクルスはなんて？
ああ、私は今動けないから代わりにあなたたちがタクのそばにいてあげてって。
それだけか？あいつのことだからもっといろいろ言われただろ。危険なことするなとか、能力なんてバカなとかなんとか。
そんなことなかったよ。
だってあのクルスだぞ。それだけのはずないだろ。
それだけ。
だよな。
I rubbed my eyes, still sleepy. Something didn't seem
ああ、
right.
そうだ。昼間新庄さんから電話あったぞ。お前が探してるスマホのことで。
Ito slapped his hands together as if he just remembered something important. I quickly stood up. That was one of my biggest concerns right now.
新庄さんなんだって
I eagerly pressed Ito for more information. Shinjo had said he wanted to spend the whole day getting information out of Uki Yamazoe girl. Of course, I told him many times to ask about that phone. Probably he had.
ああ、それがな。
But the answer I got was one I wasn't expecting.
あの子は持ってない？
ああ、一度拾ったけどすぐに元の場所へ戻したそうだ。
そんな言い訳、新庄さんは信じたのか？
有村が確認したんだと。嘘はついてないって。
有村が？
Which meant that she wasn't lying.
じゃあ、僕の携帯から伊藤に謎の着信があったのは？
それも彼女は無関係だってさ。
そっか。つまり、スマホを持ち去った犯人は別にいるってことか。
Then who had the phone and that picture? And how and why had they managed to use my phone to call us and threaten us?
とにかく宮代のスマホは引き続き捜索してくれるそうだ。だからさ、とりあえず新しいのを買ったらどうだ？
あ、
Can he afford one?
タクはね、やっぱり私たちの真ん中にいる部長なんだよ。だからね、タクと連絡取れなくて困ることはいっぱいあるんだ。今日も、あとのんちゃんもタクとお話ししたい時にすごく困るって言ってた。
そっか。
I'm the leader. It felt kind of embarrassing, but I knew that only these guys would say something like that.
確かに今のままだと何かが起こった時にみんなと連絡を取り合うことができないな。うん、わかった。早めに新しいスマホを手に入れるよ。
Sedaka smiled happily.
で、昨日の話の続きなんだけどさ。
続きってどの話の続きだ？
久野里さんの言ってた能力だよ。本当にありそうなのか？
ああ、それわからないな。ちょっと非科学的すぎるし。
でも最初に超能力がどうのって言い出したのは宮代じゃなかったっけ？
それは
お前には見えたんだよな。有村が出した剣みたいなの。
まあ見えるには見えたけど。
Arimura's sword, I think she called it a D sword, definitely looked real.
そいつが見えたってことはやっぱお前は能力者ってことだろ？久野里さんもそう言ってたし。
伊藤、相変わらず久野里さんの言うことは信用するんだな。あれだけひどい目に遭わされたのに。
She treated him pretty
おい
badly.
おい、なんだよその目は。俺は別にそういう趣味はねえぞ。
いや、そういえばお前クルスを怒らせるようなこともよく言うよな。あれもわざとじゃ。
うわー、しんちゃんって変態さんだったんだね。
やめろよお前ら。んなことより宮代の能力の話をしてんだ今は。
Ito dragged us back to the original topic. This was definitely suspicious.
いや、能力とか言われたって自分の意思で使えたことなんてないしさ。ラブホテルとか病院の地下とか鍵を開けたのは僕の能力だって有村や久野里さんは言ってたけど、半信半疑なんだよ。
The door to the hotel room might never have been locked in the first place, and the others might all just be coincidence, right?
ちゃんと試してみたのか？
試す？
お、だってさ、やってみなきゃ使えるかどうかわかんねえだろ？
Oh, so that time when he was moving the book was just his dream. Okay.
コツさえつかめば案外できるかもしれないもんね。
Even the normally disinterested Kazuki was staring at me with curiosity. It was rare to see her like this. Maybe she was interested in psychic powers and the occult?
そうだな。
それともタク、一人で試してみたりした？それでダメだったとか？だったらしょうがないけど。
違うよ。僕がそんな馬鹿げたこと一人でやるわけないだろ。
I lied. Actually, last night I tried, and it hadn't worked.
じゃあやってみようよ。ね？いいじゃん。減るもんでもないし。
けどやるったってどうすれば。
やっぱ強く念じるとかじゃね？
I tried that, and it didn't work.
ほらほらタク、念じて念じて。
念じるって何よ。
そうだな。例えばほら、そこにある本を動かしてみるとか。
And now this was just like my dream.
わかったよ。やるよ。やってみる。けど。
大丈夫大丈夫。5本。それでは挑戦していただきましょう。宮代拓くんです。パチパチパチ。
パチパチパチ. Suddenly, Cedric stood up straight and gave me an introduction and a round of applause. I had no choice but to stand in front of the book and get ready. I raised both hands slowly and concentrated. I stuck my hands out quickly, and then the pages of the book slowly started to.
やっぱ動かないね。
だろう。だからできないって言ったんだよ。
ちぇ、なんだつまんねえの。
So mean. Sprints. She started kicking things in his place now.
ほら、カズキ、人んちの壁を殴るな。
でもよかったね、タク。
Sedeka opened one of my mountain views and smiled. I hadn't seen her take it from the refrigerator.
あ、俺にも一本。
Sedeka handed Ito the plastic bottle she was holding and then took out 2 more from the fridge. She gave one to Kazuki.
おい、お前ら、人のものを勝手に。後で金払ってもらうからな。
なんだよ、ケチくせえな。
一人暮らしは何かと金がかかるんだよ。てか、尾上、僕にも一本。
There was 4 bottles in total. I'd have to go buy a new pack.
サンキュー。で、何がいいんだよ。さっき言ったろ。よかったねって。
ああ、うん。だってさ、もしもタクにそんな能力があったら、命を狙われるかもしれないってことでしょ？
あ？命を狙われる？
After everyone left, Sedeka's words repeated again and again in my mind.
もしもタクにそんな能力があったら、命を狙われるかもしれないってことでしょ？
There was a chance that all of the victims of these murders, they were calling them the return of the new generation madness, had psychic powers. That was the conclusion I'd reached as well. If I had the power that Kunosato and Arimuna said I did, I could be a victim too. And Arimuna had said before,
あなた、殺されますよ。
殺される？僕が？
What the hell was going on? Normally I'd be excited that my theory about psychic powers had been proved correct, but instead, why did I have to start worrying that they'd come after me?
どう考えたっておかしいだろ。
For one thing, I couldn't use any psychic powers. See? I tried and nothing moved. I focused and nothing started floating. I knew for a fact that I didn't have any powers, so even if other people said I did. But what if the killer mistakenly thought that I did, in the same way Arimura and Kunosada did? In that case, even if they were wrong, my life would still be in danger.
冗談じゃない。そんなバカなことって。
What was that sound? The door? Again, was someone here? But the others had just left and there was no one else who would come here. No way. Could it be someone who wanted to kill me?
おい。嘘だろ。
What about the bum? You've gotta be kidding me. I can't use them. I don't have any powers.
嫌だ。来るな。来るな。違う。僕は超能力者なんかじゃない。違うんだ。
But despite my pleas, the door slowly opened. It's gonna be the bum. the bum. There we go.
なんだ騒がしいなどうした
Called
んだ
it. It's Gen-san.
ゲンさん。
おタク要はただいま帰ったぞ
なんだよ驚かさないでよ
I started back and sat down on the bed.
せっかく例のもの持ってきてやったってのにさては女子かと思って期待しておったな
そんなんじゃないよ
まあまあお前くらいの年なら誰でもあるこったってわけでほれ
Gen tossed me an issue of Cool Cat Press, then stuck out his hand. To be honest, I didn't feel like it, but...
500円でいいの
毎度ありこれで今日もうまいビールが飲めるってな
少しは貯金とかしたら
バカ野郎男は酔い越しの金は持たねえってなイカタクお前も男ならケチケチすんじゃねえぞじゃないと女子に
分かった分かった今日はもう帰って
男ならとこら
I pushed Gen out of the room and shut the door. The room became strangely silent once more. The occasional passing of the train seemed exceptionally loud, but when it was gone, the silence returned. Shibuya Station was very close, but once you got even a little bit away, it became like this. Normally I love the silence, but today I felt a little lonely. Don't look at me. Leaky noise, revolving dead, and Gotsuan death. They all had stupid names, but they were all brutal murders. And now?
もしもタクにそんな能力があったら命を狙われるかもしれないってことでしょ
Oops. Damn you, Coaster.
冗談じゃない
Coaster spoops. I flipped open the new Cool Cat Press to take my mind off of it. The page read, "Polish your hidden talents to make girls love you." October 12th, 2015, Monday. Still.
はい終わりありがとうゆいいいってのの姉にはいつもいろいろ任せっきりなんだもん私だってもう子供じゃないんだしこういう時くらい頼ってよ
Yui smiled as she finished disinfecting the wound and applying the gauze. Nona was a little surprised to see her smile look just like an adult's. Yui and Yuta had come to the Aoba dorm at almost the same time as Nono and Takuru. At first they were still young and it took time for them to get used to life here, but now they were an indispensable part of the life at the dorm. Of course it had been 6 years now, so perhaps that was only natural. That's right, Kurusu told herself. People can get used to anything. Nono thought about how long 6 years really was and softly patted Yui on the head.
どうしたのののねなんでもない大きくなったなって何急にだからなんでもないんだってちょっと思っただけ
And at the same time she thought to herself, I have to protect this, no matter what. The things she'd built up over the last 6 years. Her family, and...
いいののねまた勝手に動き回って悪化させちゃダメなんだからね
The way Yui stood up when she talked was just like Nono did. It felt a little embarrassing to watch.
ごめんそれにしてもタクル兄もタクル兄だよね痛がってるののねを置いてどっか行っちゃうなんて口では文句ばっかり言っててもタクル兄は本当は優しい人だって思ってたのにさそう言わないであげてゆいタクルはタクルなりにいろいろあるのよきっといろいろってそれは
Kurusu knew that Takuru didn't want to hurt her. Takuru was just struggling as hard as he could. Against the circumstances he found himself in, against the world. But...
わからないけどいろいろよいろい変なの
He still hadn't realized that sometimes the only thing that brought was sadness. They'd kept Takeru's past a secret for his own sake. There was nothing to be gained from digging up the truths of the past. Takeru knew that. So why?
とにかくもうしばらく安静にしておくこと。これは父さんからの命令でもあるんだから。わかった？はいはい。返事は1回。はい、わかりました。よろしい。
Yui said that line that normally Kurusu would say, then left the room. Kurusu chuckled as she watched her go, and then she took the phone off the side table. A moment after she turned it on, the phone's wallpaper appeared. It was a photo of her family, her dad, Yuto, Yui, and Takeru, with a blank expression on his face. It was one of her most important treasures. She stared at it for a long time, and then after a moment's hesitation, opened the photo gallery on the phone. There was Takeru, mixed in along with many of her other memories. He had the same flat look on his face, and it almost made her laugh out loud. At the very bottom of the gallery is a picture dated a long, long time ago. It was taken 6 years ago, just before the earthquake. There were 3 children in the picture: Nono, Kawahara, and 1 more. And then she heard a knock at the door. It's that girl that was being tortured at the facility. I forgot her name. Maybe Sawa or something like that? She quickly hid the phone behind her back.
のの姉ちゃん、いい？何？お友達が来てるよ。お見舞いだって。友達？やっほー。
Sedeka softly opened the door and came inside.
元気？元気だったらこうして寝てないから。ああ、そっか。じゃあまたにするね。冗談よ冗談。入って。うん。
Sedeka came inside, moving a little more carefully and softly than she usually did. She sat down next to the bed.
お茶とか持ってきた。ああ、いいよ。おかま。ありがとう、ゆうと。うん。じゃあ。へへへ。
Sedeka smiled as she watched the door close.
ゆうとくんもしっかりしてきたなーって。まだ甘えん坊だけどね。
Yuto was shy, particularly around people older than him, but he seemed okay with Sedeka. That's probably because Sedeka had been around Takeru for so long.
それで？え？ここに来た理由よ。お見舞い。怪我の具合なら電話でも話したでしょ。なのにわざわざ来るなんて。やっぱのんちゃんにはかなわないな。当たり前。で、どうしたの？ちょっとね。のんちゃんの様子がおかしいなって思って。私が？電話の声がね、元気がないなって。何言ってるの？怪我してるんだから元気がないのは当たり前でしょ？それはそうなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかな。とにかく変だなって思ったの。だから来たの。セリカ。
I guess I can't fool you either, Nono thought to herself.
のんちゃん？どうしたの？そうじゃない。そうじゃないの。ただ。
Nono hesitated for a moment and then slowly took the phone out from behind her back. There was only one thought in her heart. I have to protect everyone. That was all. If she couldn't change things, they'd be put in danger. Takeru, her family, the rest of the newspaper club. So Nono made her decision. What she couldn't say until now. What she didn't say until now. So she would tell everyone.
セリカ、言ってたわよね。例の病院の地下で、南沢千里っていうこの情報を見たって。これ。
It was the picture Nono had been looking at a moment ago. There was Nono Kurusu, Masahi Kawahara, and 1 more child.
ンちゃん、これって。
It's her.
それではここでもう一度こちらの歴史シールがどういうものかを見て、まずこの歴史シールというものが最初に街中に貼られ始めたのは2007年頃だそうですが、果たして誰が何のために貼り始めたものなのか詳しいことは分かっていません。ただのいたずらだとも、あるいは宗教的呪術的な意味があるとも言われていますが、それも単なる噂の域を出ません。ただこの歴史シールが最近になって大量に貼られ始めたのには何らかのメッセージが込められているのではないかとインターネットなどでは話題になっているということですが、ここで若者のサブカルチャーなどに詳しいゲストの方を。
ここも
誰が何のためにやってるのかわからないなんて気味悪いですよね。
ここも
この歴史シールと言われるものがデザイン的にどうであるかという点を考えてみますと、
The world was talking about the sumo stickers a lot more than I expected them to. Everyone was getting excited over old news and old theories. But none of them had reached the same conclusion I had yet. Well, of course they hadn't. It was way too far-fetched. But a while ago I'd been confident, I'd been sure of my theory, and Kunosato and Arimura had confirmed it. Arimura. I didn't believe in it anymore, or more specifically, I didn't want to believe it, because if those powers existed, it meant that I might be a victim too. I might eat my own hand, or rip open my stomach and shove a speaker inside, or have my head ripped off, or my stomach filled with pieces of paper with faces in them. I might meet the same end as all the others. A sliced arm? A bloody stomach? A severed head falling off its neck? Eyes that wept blood? A wide open mouth? The sumo stickers pouring out of it? If that happened to me...
ではもう一度実物をご覧いただきましょう。これが歴史シールと言われるものですが、
A close-up of the sumo sticker appeared on the screen as the announcer spoke. The instant I saw it, I leapt up from my chair, hallucinating that all the nightmares I'd seen so far were real, booting and attacking me. I closed my eyes so that I couldn't see the sticker.
一説によりますと、これはデザイン学校の学生が自己表現のために貼り始めたという話もありますが、どんな理由であれ迷惑行為であることに変わりはありません。
I fearfully opened my eyes and tried to catch my breath. The sticker on the screen... something. Wait. Why was it fake? The sticker on the screen was still staring at me with its creepy face, but nothing had happened to me. Oh, okay. I'd seen the 11th Rorschach image in the basement of the hospital. That was the real sumo sticker, and it had a terrifying effect on me. But many of the stickers that were showing up around town were fakes, put up by people hoping to be a part of the latest fad, and they had no effect at all on me. I'd finally calmed down, so when I suddenly heard a loud voice next to me, I jumped up again. I recognized the voice, but still I fearfully turned around. I suddenly felt so tired that I almost dropped straight to the ground, but managed to stop myself.
それは私が言いたいよ。タクってば外に聞こえるくらい大きな声出して、近所のみんなびっくりしてるよ。
今のはその発声練習だ。
本当に？
Really? Sadaka looked at me worried.
でもタク、顔が真っ青。ひどい汗だし。
いいよ、自分でやるから。
I grabbed the handkerchief from her and scrubbed the sweat off my forehead.
これ明日洗って返すから。
気にしなくて OK だよ。タクの汗だったら汚いとか思わないし。
少しは気にしろよ。で、こんな時間に何の用だ？
I put the handkerchief in my pocket. Her face took on a much more serious expression than usual as she slowly began to talk.
のんちゃんの話をね。
クルスの？今から？
のんちゃんはね、明日でいいって。学校が終わったら青葉寮に来てほしい。でも本当はタクにすぐにでも聞いてほしいんじゃないかな。
そんなに大事なことなのか？
うん、私が話しちゃってもいいんだけど、のんちゃん自分でお話ししたいって。
そうか。
Saraka never took anything this seriously. It must have been something important.
わかった。これから青葉寮へ行ってみる。
オッケー。さすがタク、優しいね。
She grinned and giggled a little, then grabbed the handkerchief out of my pocket.
いいからいいから、タクの汗の匂いをじっくり堪能するんだ。
やめろよ。
Gross.
それじゃあまた明日。
She squeezed her ghetto froggy strap to say goodbye, then spun around and left the RV.
タク。
It was a really cozy RV. I watched her go until she was out of the park.
クルスの大切な話。
As soon as she was gone, I tried to think. What could she want? Did it have something to do with what happened? The idea scared me a little, so I got ready as soon as I could and left the RV. I hurried down the usual route I took to the Aoba dorm, but... Whoa. Something was different. Something wasn't the same as it had been before. Something was wrong. I'd just come out by this path on the way home from school, but... So, what was this strange dissonant feeling? What the... The walls, the fence, the streetlights, stickers were staring at me from all directions, and all of them were real. Not one of them was fake. It was that eerie 11th Rorschach image. The scenery in front of me suddenly warped and twisted. I felt the mountain view I just drank coming back up my throat, and I tried my best to keep it down.
やめろ。見るなよ。僕を見るな。僕は能力者なんかじゃない。お前たちに狙われることなんてないんだ。
No, even if Aruimono and Kunosada were right, and I did have some kind of power, it was only a tiny little power which I couldn't master and wasn't even good for anything.
だから僕なんか狙っても意味ないんだよ。やめてくれよ。
What's with the baby crying? Oh, it's so creepy. I heard a strange voice from somewhere, like a cat in heat. No, this was... It was the sound of a baby crying? But I doubted there were any babies in this park. So what was that voice? And then, all the stickers that were staring at me smiled. And then slowly, their eyes, they're gonna open. No, that's creepy. Opened. I ran as fast as I could, not caring where I went. I just needed to escape from the 11th Rorschach somehow, but... No matter where I went... No matter where I went. Here. And here. And here. There were so many of them. Were there really this many sumo stickers in Shibuya? How did I never notice? Wait, why is it only taking effect on him now? No matter where I went, it was like they were following me. I had no idea how long I'd been running from the phantoms of the sumo stickers. But no matter where I ran, the whole city of Shibuya was covered in sumo stickers. And each time I saw one, I felt sick, dizzy, as if I was going to throw up. Add that to the exhaustion from running and I was barely able to stand. Just when I reached the conclusion that there was nowhere left in Shibuya for me to rest anymore. I saw a silhouette crouched in an alley. It was a person clutching their arms to their tiny body. They looked like a stray cat. It was so different from the girl I was used to that at first I thought I must be mistaken. Oh, Hinai. But when she looked up, I saw that it was her.
Harimura.
Miyashiro.
何してるんだよ。こんなと。
ちょっと気分が悪くて、あれのせいで。
Arimura pointed behind her, but didn't turn around. But that was enough to tell me that she was pointing at.
力士シールか。
そっか。先輩も？先輩もひどい顔してる。ダメなんでしょ、あれ。
違う。僕は。
I didn't want to admit it. If I admitted it, that would mean that I had special power like Arimura and that my life would be in danger. That would mean that instead of me going after the case would be coming after me.
なんだか急に数が増えたと思いません？あれ。
Arimura's voice was so soft that it was hard to hear her.
今、テレビなんかでも話題になってるから、情弱度まで寄ってたかって張りまくってるんだ、きっと。
しかも偽物だけじゃなくて本物のシールまで迷惑です。
まったくだ。そういう連中はすぐに飽きるとは思うけど。
だといいんですけど。
とりあえず青葉院へ行こう。僕やクルスが育った養護施設だ。そこなら診察室があるから具合が悪くても休める。
はい、すみません。
立てるか？
それくらいはできます。
She forced herself to smile and then ignored my outstretched hand and stood up on her own. Getting to Aoba dorm was a miserable experience. I could feel the influence of the sumo stickers increasing with every step I took.
大丈夫？
はい。
Or so she said, but she didn't look good, and I wasn't in a position to be worrying about anyone else either.
早く青葉寮へ。
That was the one thought that drove me forward. But suddenly... Uh-oh, it's this girl. Hi again! Welcome back, loyal potato. She appeared before us. A woman. It was a woman with a strange presence. If we'd been on one of Shibuya's typically crowded streets, I doubt I ever would have noticed her. How's the game so far? It's going. It's been a little quiet here, but it's usually quiet when I play visual novels. And thanks so much for that host, appreciate it. But on this empty street, she was impossible to miss. Her long hair covered most of her face, and with the streetlight to her back, I couldn't read her expression at all. But I could see the strange hungry light that shone from her eyes through the thick hair that otherwise concealed her features. It was a dark light, or one that somehow brought a deeper blackness, not illumination. Ah, okay. How you doing,
Senpai.
Potato? How's your day been going? Arimuna's voice was shaking. She'd realized how strange the woman was too. She's spoopy. And then my eyes met hers the next instant. They've been sort of building up the suspense around this woman, like, they've shown her throughout the game in little bits and pieces. So maybe she'll do something? She laughed, or so it seemed to me. Her laugh was empty, but at the same time somehow satisfied. It was a laugh like evil itself, and it was like nothing I'd ever heard before in my life. And then, in a raspy, unpleasant voice, she spoke. I think she's the girl that was tortured. Her hair is the same color. Oh no. I'm good. I've been okay. I'm about to go buy stuff with my birthday money. Don't know what though. What kind of things are you looking into getting? Maybe some new games? Oh, she possessed. I think she is the girl that he saw when he was young. Like, she's that missing girl who was experimented on. Because she's got like scars on her face. She's got the same pink hair. She's got that really fucked up demeanor to her. This girl is bad news. I know. Probably some BTS merch. What is BTS? What exactly is BTS? Alarm bells went off in my mind. Yeah, bye. She's got that amazing smile. She's got that yandere smile. That crazy girl smile. My knees started to buckle. My instincts told me that she was dangerous. BTS is a K-pop group. Ah, gotcha. Does BTS stand for something? I think I've heard of this group. I'm not really super familiar with K-pop groups though. Arimura was staring at the woman, not moving a muscle. No, she probably couldn't have moved even if she had wanted to. It was like we were paralyzed.
Senpai, あの人.
Arimura barely got out the words.
多分能力者です.
Uh-oh. She's a fellow psychic. A psychic. I didn't want to admit it, but just looking at the woman in front of me was enough to dash all my hopes. This woman, her very existence was enough to make me believe. Why?
Arimura.
なんですか?
あの女の能力ってのはどんな?
I didn't know about any of the Gigalomaniac's powers besides Arimura's. But from what I'd seen so far, some of them were a lot more dangerous than the ability to tell when someone was telling the truth. There had to be more types, for instance, ones that could be used as weapons. And there was no doubt in my mind that this woman had that sort of power. She's gonna become the next Yandegilla. Ooh. Bangtan boys in Korean, I think. Boy Scouts boys, or Boy Scout boys in English. The music is intense. This one? It's alright. It's like kind of like freaky, mysterious music, I guess. It didn't matter whether I believed or not. How could I not have the information I needed at a time like this?
そんなの私にもわかりません。テレパシーなのか、プレコグニションなのか、クレアボヤンスなのか。
How could they have all this time to discuss this right in front of the girl? She's about to do something to them. Arimura's eyes were fixed on a single point. She probably couldn't look away.
あの人の能力はもっと危険な、人に害を与える力だと。
The woman started walking sluggishly toward us. Slowly. I finally realized that the reason she seemed to be off balance as she walked was that she was dragging one leg. Maybe she'd injured it, or maybe it had never worked right. She approached us one step at a time, as if enjoying our fear. She took another step. A horrible smile was frozen on her face. Her eyes were looking straight at us as if she didn't want to let her prey escape. But my body wouldn't move. My body had turned to stone as if it had been stared at by Medusa. And then slowly the wind blew. The woman's long hair flew up, and I could just see a little of her face. Arimoto gasped. Ooh. The woman had been terribly burnt. Her face was covered in horrible burn scars. The smile disappeared from her face. Instead, it was replaced by rage. There was nothing there but burning rage and the color of anger. She slowly brought her hands up, and then pushed them out towards us. Oh my god. She's a pyromania! Arimoto screamed and pulled at my hand as hard as she could. A pillar of flame sprung up right where I was standing. There was a blast of heat and an awful stink of burning asphalt. A burning pain ran down my cheek as the heat struck it. Her laugh. Do something, bitch. Bring it. I think that woman is Minami-sawa. She's just been so horribly tortured that she's like looking for a lot of revenge now, but I don't know why she's attacking these guys. Maybe she remembers them? I don't know. Senpai! No! She waved her arm, and the next moment the space in front of me was a sea of crimson flames. Arimoto tried her best to get away from the fire. I knew that meant the ability to create fire. If I remembered right, it was a word created by a famous novelist. All over the world there were historical records of unexplained fires breaking out for no clear reason. Spontaneous human combustion, where a human body would suddenly burst into flame, was one form these incidents took. Of course, spontaneous human combustion was considered pseudoscience, as most scientists believed these incidents were actually caused by static electricity or EM waves. And now, real pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. Arigato nemasu. What? Arigato seimasu. Let's take you in Japanese, just not spelled that way. You mean arigato gozaimasu? Oh shoot, it's going down. Here, let me correct your spelling. It's bothering me. Arigato gozaimasu. There you go. There you go. That's how you spell arigato gozaimasu. That is thank you. Or I think that one is thank you very much. Yeah. your spelling was so god awful. Audi. I guess it sounds kind of like Audi. Audi. Yashiro! Oh no! The next thing I knew, the woman was stretching her hands out towards me. What are they just doing? They're standing there around her. They need to run. Bitch, run! I'm sorry. It's okay. It's fine. I've studied a little bit of Japanese, so yeah. I rolled along the ground with Arimoto at almost the exact same moment the fire exploded outward. The smell of burning hair stung my nostrils. Oh no, her hair! We kept moving away, only barely dodging the burning flames. Pillar after pillar of fire appeared behind us. It looked like the flames had spread to a bike and some garbage that were lying by the roadside, but I didn't have time to check. The woman was getting closer, dragging her leg as she walked. Harimura! I tried to grab her hand and run, but... Oh no! A fire appeared right in front of us, and as we tried to dodge it, we both lost our balance and fell to the ground. The planter next to us was on fire. I looked up as footsteps got closer and saw that the woman was right on top of us. That was what was going through my mind as I lay there, frozen in terror. This wasn't an anime or a movie. This was reality. Do you hear that, people? It's not an anime. I tried to break it up in case you didn't know, but I ended up failing. Her nostrils, no, her hair. Actually, no, it was his nostrils filled the smell of her burning hair. She's a damn bitch. The pain from where I hit my leg when I fell, the pain from the burns, all these flames, the smell of melted asphalt, it was all real. Konosato had said that the Giggle Maniac's power came from delusions, and not just any delusions. These delusions affected the brains of others, and though being shared, they became reality. So can he counter it with his own delusions? So basically, their delusions are becoming real in the real world, is how they're explaining this. It's really happening, OMG. Ooh, her burning hair is even better. Really? Yes, and because of that, impossible pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. And that power was going to kill me and Arimuna. Delusional flames would become reality, and in that reality we were going to be burnt to death. Oh my god, look at her. Is she drooling? She looks like she's drooling. And crying blood. The woman slowly pointed her hands toward us. Maybe I was imagining it, but the air around me seemed to grow hotter.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. I don't want to be roasted to death by these flames. No, I don't want to die. I still... She's so sexy. Kill me next. Sure, you're kidding. You want some of that hot lovin'. A bigger spiral of flame than any we'd seen before appeared before us, but at the same time. Dun, dun, dun. Are you going to be saved at the last minute? Something strange appears in the corner of my eye. Frighteningly sharp, but frighteningly fragile, infinite and finite, phantasmal and real. Like all the ugliness and the beauty in the world had been compressed into one object. Is it the sword? It's the D-sword! The D-sword! It was a D-sword! It was clearly a different shape than Arimuna's, but still, I could see it. But since I didn't know how to draw it, I just desperately struck the woman with every delusion I could muster. I imagined the sword slicing through her flames. Oh, he summoned his own D-sword, and flung that image at her with my imagination. Take that with my imagination! Hard pass. Hard pass. Don't want any of that. The burning fangs that threatened to engulf the two of us exploded. So they're fighting with their imaginations. Fight imagination with imagination! This game's names always reminds me of the Nightmare Child from Doctor Who. Don't know if I recall this particular episode, but I only watched Doctor Who up to like season 3, I think? Are they in a comic book or something? Trapped? No, this is like their world, and we have just discovered that psychics exist in this world, and that there was a faction or a group that was trying to experiment on these psychics. It's referenced, but I don't know if it's ever explained. Oh, okay. So wait, so you're saying Chaos Child is, it reminds you of that? Ooh, and then the fire danced like a snake. It flew in a straight line toward the woman who had created it. Wait, he somehow turned back her own power against her? The fire turned into a spiral that leapt at her. She fell over in shock. Is he finally learning to use his power? Was that my power? While I hadn't been looking, the D-sword had vanished from my vision. Her hair looks fine. Arimuna suddenly fell silent. Ooh, she burns at her own fire. I turned to see what she was looking at. As the air rippled from the smoke and the heat of the flames, The woman slowly stood up. I gasped at the color of her eyes. The fire that had been there a moment ago was gone. The light that burned with hatred was gone. There was only ice. Her eyes were ice, frozen, emotionless, and piercing. Arumura and I couldn't move. Slowly, slowly, with an unsteady rhythm, the woman approached us. And then stopped, a few steps away. Smoke was rising off a garbage can behind us. The planter by our side was making crackling noises from the heat. There was nowhere to run before us, behind us, or anywhere else. What, they're surrounded by fire? I couldn't even hear the bustle of the town, but the beating of my own heart sounded even louder. The sound of my saliva running down my throat, the sound of my breathing, the sound of my blood flowing. All of those sounds offered proof that I was still alive, but soon they would be gone. Why do I relate to the killer? I don't know. Eroge VA? Voice actor? What? Who are you talking about? Yeah, they would all disappear inside the burning flames. Are you talking about one of these characters that they're an eroge VA? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. The girl sounds eroge lewd. Oh, okay. There have been times throughout this actual game where they have made lewder noises, so not gonna lie, they taken a while to die. It's a visual novel, what do you expect? My legs shook. My eyes blurred with tears. I could barely speak, but the woman's expression didn't change, not even a little. And as she raised her hand toward me, I closed my eyes. I was going to... There's a lot of gasping here. There's a lot of gasping, a lot of sighs. I don't know, Japanese erotic VA all sounds silly to me. Maybe. They're just putting a lot of emotion into it, okay? Like wordless emotions. We're senpai! Huh? I slowly opened my eyes and then... The woman was gone. Was I saved? All the strength drained from my body and I collapsed to the ground. I thought I was a goner. I thought she would kill me for sure. No, until a moment ago she was definitely going to kill me. I could tell from her eyes they were cold without a trace of doubt, uncertainty, or hesitation. So why had she suddenly disappeared? Yeah, what happened? I looked up and saw that Arimura was standing there, staring at the spot where the woman had disappeared.
Senpai.
どうしたんだ、有村。もしかして、まだ何か。
No, she's right there. The other girl's right there. She probably took the other girl. I have a streamer friend who keeps asking me to VA her erotic phone game. You should. You should do it. Do it, hon. Do it. You have the voice for it.
そうじゃないんです。ただ。
ただ。
Like, that should just be a yes.
怖くて。
Sorry, I skipped that line.
ここですか。
とりあえず、ここなら平気だと思う。
Do it, do it. After the attack by the pyrokinetic woman, I finally fled with Arimura to the Aobo dorm. I could probably get treatment for my burns here.
閉まってるか。
The front door was locked. I'd been so busy running that I'd forgotten how late it was.
鍵、まだ隠してあるといいけど。
It's like 10 out of 10 corny. It's designed to be an over-the-top dating sim using model photographs of Western men. Have you ever played what's that game? That Colonel Sanders dating simulator game? Is it kind of like that? If you've ever seen that game, it was like really over the top. I'd been given a key to the dorm, but I didn't usually carry it on me. But when I lived here, there was a spare key hidden on the ground, so I decided to look for it. 100% of the photos are boudoir shots or shoots. Oh, that's funny. Fortunately, the key was right where I remembered it. Part of me thought it wasn't a good idea to leave it in the same place all the time, but today I was grateful. Yeah, that's usually how I feel about hidden keys outside.
ほら、そこへ座って。
As I went into the exam room, Arimura still stood hesitantly by the entrance. I motioned for her to sit in the exam chair.
その、怪我の治療だけど。
Wait, French oi is wa sound. What? French oi is wa sound.
ご心配なく、これくらいなら自分でできますから。
Oh, boudoir? Boudoir? Boudoir. Oh, okay, boudoir. And usually ignore last letter. I see, okay, I gotcha. My French is incredibly rusty. I only had high school French.
So.
Good. I'd gotten a little used to it, but I still didn't like the idea of touching her skin.
ああ、消毒液とかこれ使って。
I got some medicine, some cotton wool, and some adhesive bandages off the shelf and handed them to her. Since this was a clinic, a lot of my medicines were for use by professionals, but they were labeled in clearly written Japanese, so there was no way I could screw them up. Every time a new drug came in, it was Kurusa's job to make the label and stick it on. She always said that if she didn't, Yui, Yuto, and I might take some by accident. She'd always been the type to worry about things like that. I'd always been told to make sure to straighten my shoes up when I took them off, or not to put my socks in the laundry inside out. She'd made me help with a lot of the cooking too, didn't she? Yeah. Was it Quebecois? I shook my head, shocked that I was thinking about these things when something much more important was going on.
宮代先輩はここでクルス先輩たちと一緒に暮らしてるんですか?
The French, I mean? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's high school French here, right? I only have high school French from like grade 8 to 10. I think it was till 10 that I was forced to take it. This disinfectant must have stung because she was wincing.
暮らしてたんだよ。少し前まで。
I didn't honestly care for French too much. I wanted to learn other languages.
じゃあ今は?
今は別の場所で一人で暮らしてる。
一人暮らしですか。いいですね。
まあね。有村は?
I'm kind of assuming that wouldn't Quebecois French be like all the kind of French we would learn here in Canada? I know that Canadian French is a little different from, say, French in France. I hadn't really meant anything by it. That was just where the conversation was leading.
知りたいですか?
あ、いや、言いたくないならいいんだけど。
いいですよ、別にそれくらい。私は親戚の家で暮らしてます。実家ちょっと遠いので。
I got bees. Bees? What are these bees? Oh my goodness. Bees. Those are cute. Allures? Those are some very cute bees. I've never been whoever's channels this is. I didn't even check what name it is. How did you... Laura B. The channel name is actually Laura B. But yeah, I've had that happen to me too before. Like, I wouldn't even be in the channel, and then I would get gifted like emotes, and it's just like, huh? Maybe you were thrown in there in a raid at one point and you just didn't realize it, or oh, maybe it was a chained raid and you ended up in the channel at one point, but when you checked, you were in another channel after that. You were thrown into another channel. Maybe that's how it works, because I've noticed that I will get I don't think it's hackers, because I've noticed that I will get emotes or I will get gifted stuff for channels that I'm not actively on, and it's really weird. I don't know how Twitch decides who gets like gifted emotes when people use the you know, the random gift thing. I don't know. It's weird.
そうか。
If she was jealous of me living alone, did that mean that she wasn't getting along with her relatives?
あ、言っておきますけど、別に親戚の家でいじめられてるとか、そういう昭和のドラマみたいなことはないですから。
Maybe like when someone like gifts emotes, like say like they use like 5 or 10 gifts, and they do it like randomly. If there's not enough people in the current stream to gift it to, it'll just roll over to whoever's next in the line. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I keep thinking about that. It's like, why does it gift to people who aren't actually actively in the channel?
いえ、変に誤解されても嫌だなと思って。
別に誤解なんてしてない。
Probably algorithm based, yeah. And I'm just curious as to how their algorithm is assigning those gift emotes. So I just kind of wondered about that. Like what kind of conditions it would take for people to get gifts outside of being actively in the channel. Because I think people seem to believe that if you're actively in the channel, you have a more likely chance of getting gifted something if someone is gifting things. End product is yes. How it reaches that, I don't know. You don't know. Oh, end product is money. As is a dollar sign. Yes, pretty much. End product is monies. They don't care where it goes. It just goes somewhere. Into their pockets. Having her know that if I was telling the truth or not made things difficult. It was probably difficult for Arimura herself to know what someone was really thinking, whether she wanted to or not. That sort of explained how she acted at school. Unless she kept things on a superficial level, acting like a goofball and telling jokes, she'd know what everyone really felt, and it would crush her. Is this the end?
先輩もどうぞ。
Pretty much. Since Arimura seemed to have finished, I sat down in a chair to take care of my own injuries. Wait, why did they have to take turns? Why couldn't they just do their own injuries? And at the same time, the door in the back softly opened.
誰？タクル？
Oh no, I'd hoped that Kurusu would be asleep. No, I had actually come here to talk to her about something important, but after the pyrokinetics attack, I decided against it. If she saw me injured like this, she would have been worried, so I'd planned to talk to her tomorrow instead.
何か音が聞こえるから気になって。こんな時間にどうし...
And how would you hide your injuries then? And then she realized that there was another girl in the room.
有村さん？お邪魔してます。
She's just like cheerfully like, we're sorry to intrude on your clinic here, but hi. Very cheerful, like. Apparently the Nightmare Child was a new type of Dalek during the Time War. It's not spoilers because it's never explained or relevant. Ah, okay. So they actually made like a more useful looking Dalek? Is that what you say? I wasn't out on some kind of weird late night date with her and then we got into a big fight where both of us got hurt. But before I could say something which would probably only make her more suspicious, Kurusu saw us both and went pale.
二人とも怪我してるじゃない。
これは
I knew this was coming. Her own injury hadn't healed yet, so when I saw how worried she looked, it pricked at my heart.
貸して。手当て必要なんでしょ？いいから貸しなさい。
Kurusu grabbed the medicines I was carrying and started to patch me up.
いやいや、もう大丈夫っすよ。そんな適当な処置じゃダメ。後になったらどうするの？でもは聞きません。わかったわね。はい。
Kurusu's no-nonsense attitude was enough to overwhelm even Arimura. She sat still and let Kurusu do whatever she wanted. She let her have her way with her. Once she was finished, she started on me.
で、何があったの？
それは
What was I supposed to tell her?
できるだけ 驚かさないように伝えるべきなんだろうけれど。
私たち襲われたんです。
She just came out right with it.
ストレートすぎるだろ、有村。
Too straight. Arimura came straight out and told her while I was hesitating.
襲われた?
But I assume it was fairly big, one of a kind, and probably apocalyptic in impact. Oh, in like this Chaos Child in the Doctor Who episode? Maybe. I don't recall ever seeing that episode. Kudusa's expression started to cloud over. I glared at her, but Arimura just shook her head.
こういう時は変に隠すとかえって嘘っぽくなるんですよ、先輩。相手にも余計な心配をかけます。
Exactly.
つうか、宮代先輩の嘘って私の能力なんかなくても分かりやすいですし。
有村さんの言う通りだわ。ちゃんと話して。
I guess I didn't have a choice. I told Kurusu what had just happened, carefully choosing my words so as not to scare her. While I spoke, I had flashbacks to the terror I'd felt during the attack, and my voice started to shake, but I couldn't help that.
ということで、理由は僕たちにもわからないんだ。でも、あの女は間違いなく僕たちを狙ってきた。
Everything I said sounded unrealistic even to me, but Kurusu intently listened to every word. She just sat there and listened.
宮代先輩。
Arimura suddenly looked at me and spoke.
見えますか、それ。
Only then did I realize I'd been so busy talking that I hadn't noticed, but something had appeared in the corner of my vision. When I remembered the terror I'd felt during the attack, had it brought this back as well? There was no mistaking it. I whispered the words to myself and tried to visualize it more clearly, and then... the hazy, distinct image began to take shape. I reached out my hand towards the bizarre object. That's a cool-looking sword, but... for some reason, I couldn't touch it.
タクル？何をしているの？
剣があるんだ、ここ。
剣？やっぱり出せるようになったんですね。自分のディソード。
Arimura said.
自分の？
はい。それが先輩のディソードですよ。ディソード。
Wait, why did she say my D-sword? An illusory sword that could only be seen with the power to make delusions real.
僕はやっぱり能力者なのか。
だからずっと言ってるじゃないですか。
じゃあさっきの女、あれはやっぱり僕を。
だと思います。私を狙った可能性ももちろんありますけど。
What I'd been afraid of had become real. That woman, her eyes, her appearance, and her flames. The burn marks on our bodies told me this wasn't a dream, it was real. At this rate, I would be killed like the victims in Don't Look at Me and Revolving Dead. Why was this happening to me?
有村さん。
Kurusu suddenly interrupted our conversation.
なんでしょう。
あなたの知っていること、全部私に教えて。
どうしてですか？
誰が何のためにこんな事件を起こしているのか調べるの。
おい！
Stunned, I leaned in towards Kurusu.
お前、事件には関わるなってずっと言って。
でももう遅いんでしょ？この先もタクルや有村さんが狙われるかもしれないのよね。
クルス。
I'd noticed earlier that something seemed a little strange about Kurusu. She told me so many times not to get involved in anything dangerous that I was sure that when I told her about what happened tonight, she'd freak out. That's why even when I'd fled here, I still hadn't wanted to see her, but after I told her, instead of looking angry or raising her voice, her expression was firm and resolved.
ね、タクル。 セリカから聞いてるかもしれないけど、話しておきたいことがあるの。
ああ。
実は私、あなたに言ってないことがあって。
言ってないこと？
I felt a sudden pain in my heart. Her words remind me of last time, when I was told that my parents were murdered. When I'd found out that the family rule at the Alba dorm that nobody kept secrets didn't apply to me, just everyone else. When I found out I was the one person who was different from the rest of my family. And I knew Kurusu remembered it too. She had almost brought herself to the verge of saying something, but her memories came back and stopped her. She kept opening and closing her mouth, only to finally fall silent. I almost never saw her like this.
クルス、僕なら大丈夫だ。
I balled my hands tightly into fists as if trying to tell this to myself too.
今の僕はあの時とは違うよ。多分。だから聞かせてくれ。
タクル。
Was I just imagining things, or did Kurusu's eyes get a little wet? I couldn't bear to look at her, so I continued.
とにかく、言ってないことってのを聞かないと、何が何だかわかんないだろ。
そうね。そうよね。ごめんなさい。
And then she slowly started to speak. This is what she said.
今度の事件、私は無関係じゃないの。
I'd never even expected that. Kurusu was involved in the case? What did she mean?
この前、あなたたちが忍び込んだっていう病院ね。
AH 東京総合病院。
ええ、その病院の地下のこと、私、前から知っていた。
は？
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was so sudden and surprising that I couldn't even follow it. The basement under AH Tokyo General Hospital? She knew about that terrifying place? Why? How?
昔、千里がね。南沢千里のことよ。
南沢千里？
I think this girl was the pyromaniac. I had to stop myself from reaching out and grabbing her by the shoulders.
どうして彼女？
それは、ね。
And then she showed me the phone in her hands.
これよ。
There was a picture on the phone. A happily smiling boy and two girls. The picture was old, but I recognized one of the girls as Kurusu and the boy as Kawahara. And there was a girl with them who had very gloomy eyes. It was without a doubt the girl whose data I'd seen in the facility, the one called Senri Minami-sama.
そうか。思い出した。南沢って名前、どこかで聞いたことがあると思ったんだ。
It was during the culture festival. Kawahara said. Oh, yeah, he was the one that told him about it.
特に俺とあともう一人地震で死んじまったけど南沢ってやつはいつもクルスと一緒にいた3人でよくつるんでたんだよ。
川原くんが言ってた南沢って子が一緒だったって。
そう。この写真を撮った頃の私たちはいつも一緒に遊んでいたのよ。
Senri Minami-sama, who had been subjected to those awful human experiments, used to be Kurusu's friend?
千里はね、毎週日曜日にあの病院に通っていたわ。
じゃあ、クルスは
The back of my throat had gone dry and hurt terribly.
クルスはあそこで何が行われていたのかも。
Kurusu bit her lip and slowly nodded.
当時子供だった私にはどうしようもなかったの。それが悔しくて。
Wait, she knew that these experiments were happening? Kurusu looked down. Her face was twisted with pain, as if she was being tortured. She was a girl with a strong sense of right and wrong. Knowing that her friend was being experimented on must have been terrible for her. Did Kurusu maybe go through the same trauma that I did?
でも 今はもう子供じゃない。逃げるわけにはいかないわ。私も事件のことを知っておかなきゃいけない。そうじゃないと誰も守れない。
クルス。
有村さん、お願い、全部教えて。
Was that really the right thing to do? I put Kurusu in danger before, and now I was sending her down a dangerous path again.
仕方ないですね。
待ってくれ、有村。
I tried to stop Arimuna, but Kurusu cut me off.
ねえ、タクル。今日あなたたちに怪我をさせたのが誰なのか、それはわからないわ。けど、また襲ってくる可能性があるんでしょ？
Hello. What's up, Lord Revan? How you doing?
何も知らないままじゃ、私は何もしてあげられない。
Hope you're having a
た
good
だう
day.
ろたえるだけで何もできない。そんなの嫌なのよ。
We're just enjoying ourselves a very
全
animu
部聞かせて。
visual novel
私に
today.
も。羨ましいですね。あ、いえ、なんでもないです。で、クルス先輩に話しちゃってもいいんですか？
Oh no, not so good. Your window AC started spitting out mold. Oh, gross. So you had to get rid of it. Now I have a gaping hole in your bedroom that everyone can see in. A nose. Wait, I thought your bedroom window was to the garage? If I was to understand the layout of your room? So, wait, so your garage is like open? That sucks, man. At least,
でも
wait,
有村、クルスを巻き込む前に
is it cooler
一つ
right
だけ聞いて
now?
もいいか？
At least, so you don't really need the AC? Right, but when the garage is open, you can see right out into the street. Lol. Now everyone can... Damn it. It's like, where can I get any privacy?
私にですか？
Well, I guess to me the idea of having your garage door open like randomly when you're not like opening up your garage to like take out your car or whatever seems weird to me, but maybe you guys don't park your car in your garage like other people.
僕はお前のことまだよくわからない。正直信じて。
なるほど。
Oops, I didn't mean to cut that
そう
off.
でしょうね。
でもなんていうか、今は悪いやつじゃないような気がしてるんだ。だから聞いておきたいんだけど。
It's like hot as hell outside now, and people here in this house, they don't use the front door, they only use the garage, so it's always open. What? Why don't you guys use your front door? See, that to me is really weird. It's weird to me. Okay, it's not super weird, but I always think it's kind of odd. A lot of people here use their garages as like storage units, so they're like usually stuffed full of crap, so they can't fit their cars in there, even though it's designed for your car to be parked in there. Tell me about it. I hate it. Like I don't get that. Like why don't you guys use your front door? Is it because your front door is like inconvenient or something? Maybe you guys should just convert the garage into an actual room and make it like a main hallway or something. That and 95% of the windows in this house don't open. What? Weird asshole people. That's kind of very strange. I guess it's a very old design.
だから何をです？
お前は少なくともその僕らの敵じゃないんだよな。
I don't know, but today sucks. Oh no. And I guess you can't afford a new AC right now, huh? Winter is coming. Winter is coming. Yes, it is. I mean, actually technically it's here for us. It's really cold here. Here, I'll tell you how cold it is here today. It is today's temperature. It is 12 degrees Celsius, which is 53 Fahrenheit. So, yeah, it's been cold here. So and it's much colder in the morning. So like it was I think 7 degrees Celsius this morning. So sounds lovely. So yeah, we definitely don't need air conditioning. I actually have the heat on in my house, and we keep our windows closed. It's 85 Fahrenheit. Hold on, let me see what that is. 85 Fahrenheit. Every time like people tell me like Fahrenheit, I never can translate that in Celsius in my head. I'm used to Celsius. 29 Celsius, that's like t-shirt weather. Actually, that's probably a lot hotter than t-shirt weather. Or like, I guess if you're cooped up in like a room with no air circulation, it feels much hotter. Should just like drag your stuff outside and enjoy the weather outside. I guess it's not comfortable indoors at that temperature. Arima thought for a moment as she looked at me and Kurusu in turn, and then...
まあ、さっきは宮代先輩に助けてもらいましたし、恩をあだで返すってのもどうかと思うんで、誓っときます。私のことは先輩たちの味方だと思ってて問題ないですよ。
そっか。
おっと、ただしベタベタ慣れ合ったりするのとか大嫌いなんで、その辺はよろしく。
Then she smiled just a little. Take my Windows 98 laptop to Starbucks and post up all day. Wait, post up? What do you mean by post up all day? But yeah, that, I don't know. I guess going to like a restaurant that's air conditioned is probably better than hanging out in the kind of like a garage that gets all like stuffy and humid. Cause yeah, garages aren't exactly very what do you call it? Like I can't think of the words. Words are so hard. Posted means just like stay there. Okay. Cali talk, I guess. Just hang out there. Okay. Posted. That's an interesting terminology. Post up all day. I mean, I think I've seen that used that way. I just wasn't sure what you meant by it exactly. Oh, it's still Monday, October 12th, 2015, Monday. Monday night? Shinjo looked up at the huge white building and sighed loudly. AH Tokyo General Hospital. After Kurusu's report, he decided to visit it himself. It was almost midnight. Visiting hours were long over and he didn't have an official warrant. He was here entirely of his own volition. But as he saw it, he was never getting a warrant the usual way, so this was his only shot. I came here to show everyone outside anime titties. Wait, what are you talking about? Outside anime titties? I don't understand what you're talking about. Whatever game you're playing? Wait, like, are you wait, are you watching this with someone else? Is that what you mean, like showing people? I mean, there has been some questionable lewd parts, but yeah, they're not happening right now. Normally he'd want to slowly, painstakingly build up a case, but it seemed to him that searching this hospital was so important that there just wasn't time to spare. Oh, that was a joke because everyone can see my room now. Maybe at least you're getting a nice breeze into your room, fresh air. Like if you were to walk by, you could hear and see and hear. Lol. All right, you show off everyone your, you know, your interest in anime titties. Good breeze today. There's that at least, right? After his own investigations, he'd found that something strange had started happening here in 2007, 2 years before the earthquake. At the time, there was a treatment facility in Shibuya called the Arc Heart Medical Association that was involved with some kind of cult. On the surface, it was a mental health clinic staffed with talented doctors from university hospitals. There was no way to know that they'd actually been doing, or what they'd actually been doing, but evidently some people had suspected that they were brainwashing troubled patients. But suddenly, the facility was reborn as a hospital, with a non-profit assisted living facility. And all the doctors that Arc Heart Medical had fired were rehired at AH Tokyo General Hospital. What the heck is this picture? And then 6 years ago, there was a new generation madness. It looks like there's a spoon stuck in his brain. The fifth victim in that case, Fumio Takashina, the victim of the so-called brain-dead case, who had been kept alive for a week after his brain was removed. He'd worked at AH Tokyo General Hospital. Wait, it was a doctor?
一体なんだこの気味の悪い符号は
There was too much that seemed suspicious.
こういう時先輩ならどうする
And then he shook his head. Do it your own way. That's what they would have said. Either way, if you could get proof of what was in this facility's basement, the case would take a whole different turn. Even if there was something big lurking in the shadows behind this case, if you presented incontrovertible proof, the police would have no choice but to act. It wasn't just about the facility after all. There were a lot of people involved too. Excuse me. The lives and dignity of the victims who'd been turned into test subjects also mattered.
人体実験か胸くその悪い話だ
Brutal. When you were done, check out your horror section in your Discord. Alrighty. Not sure if you've heard of Junji Ito, Human Chair. No, I have. I've heard of the name Junji Ito, and I think that he does some horror works, but I'm not super familiar with his works. Some weird as fuck shit. Gotcha. He did Yo too. I'm not familiar with that either. I did play a game called World of Horror, and the guy who developed that game, he took inspirations from Junji Ito, so with like the graphics and the way the game looked. Every year, almost 100,000 people went missing. If some of them had been forced into these experiments, that was a big problem. Nice, that's awesome. Some super fucking weird shit, yo. His voice was somehow relaxed, yet driven, as he headed into the hospital. Oops, I just noticed the time, so I gotta leave at like 2, so we have like a couple minutes. He learned and memorized the location of the facility from Kunosato. He snuck in from the ER loading zone and headed to the basement. Is he going in here by himself? That's kinda stupid. The temperature there was clearly different from the areas above. And then he went to the autopsy room.
確かここに地下への入り口があると
He opened the breaker box and saw the card reader inside.
こいつか
He held out the key card that Kunosato had given him. And he heard the sound of an opening door.
こりゃ尋常じゃないな
There was a hidden staircase in the back of the autopsy room. A part of him hadn't believed it until he'd seen it for himself, but now he was essentially sure. A normal hospital wouldn't need something like this. Shinjo stopped for a moment to take a breath, then headed down the stairs. There was an old hallway at the bottom, a smell of mold and dust. When he turned on his pen light, he saw that it was an old facility and the walls were falling apart.
でも間違いなくここは使われている
If no one visits a building, it rots away. Unless someone uses it every day, it won't last long. But this place was different. It was old, but he was nearly certain someone was using it.
確かこの先だと言ってたな
Shinjo followed the directions that Kunosato had given him as he headed toward his goal. His first stop was the monitoring room, which would have critical information on the facility. He wanted the data on the computer there. And then he wanted to find the room where the victims of the experiments were being kept. Maybe they cleaned it out by now. He turned down many corridors as he headed for his destination. The cell-like rooms he saw on the way concerned him, but they could wait for later. Right now, his biggest job was to get the evidence he needed.
ここか
Shinjo finally found the spot he was looking for. He used his card key to unlock the door. Then he swallowed and put his hand on the doorknob. When he got inside, he saw...
No.
Nothing? He quickly ran to the other room, the prison where Yuki Yamazoi had kept the test subjects.
冗談じゃないまさか
I bet you they cleared it out. There's nothing there. He quickly found the room and flung open the door. Then he stood still in astonishment. There was... nothing. Called it. Well, he's checking out after the fact, after they fucking stole the girl, and alerted the hospital that they knew someone was there and they knew what they were doing there, so I don't understand why this detective is going in after the fact. None of the things that Kunosato had told him about. The monitoring room had been empty too. There were no security cameras, no computers, nothing at all. All that remained was the simple fact that there was nothing left at all. I'm not surprised by this. Okay, this is probably a good spot to save it. Oh no. It quick saved. Oops. I assure you, I know how to play this game. I just always forget the controls. Save. And we'll just leave it on here. Should we raid someone? Should we raid somebody? Why does Twitch say I'm offline? That's weird. Alright, I am going to raid this streamer. I haven't seen him streaming in a long time. I think something happened to him for a couple months that caused him not to be able to stream, but he's an interesting streamer. We'll go say hi. He's doing some art. How long has he been on for? It's been on for 3 hours. I'm just checking to see if he's still there. Okay, looks like he's still at work. Oh my god, he doesn't have his face on. But yeah, we'll go and say hi. Looks like he's doing some interesting painting work with some Warhammer stuffs. But thank you everyone for coming around and hanging out today. I will see you guys possibly tonight, if I feel up to streaming tonight, or if not, most likely tomorrow morning. Same game, same time. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next stream.